now that episode 100 is officially behind us, we had to make a big deal out of it last week, do a whole bunch of different stuff. We can finally get back to the best part of the year. Week 4 of ranking season is upon us. I know we had some comments past few days. People were like, "Where's the power forward ranking? Where's the power forward ranking?"
Relax.
Be patient. We're back with it today.
Thirsty.
We're going to rank the top 30 power forwards in the NBA.
I've never seen a group of people so thirsty
Exactly.
for a listicle of one of the weaker positions in the entire NBA. Y'all are nasty.
The people need Kyle Kuzma, Jonathan Isaac discourse. That's what they want.
Control yourself.
They're nasty.
Hey, man, they're excited. I'm glad for
We're
it.
nastier. Let's do this.
Yeah, like I said, top 30 power forwards in the league. We're week 4 of our position by position rankings. Last time we did this was small forward 2 weeks ago. I think the best list so far. That was the, best combination of arguments plus actually good players in that list. It's probably because the power forward position today is mostly small forwards that are just like playing up a position. So we decide to not go off where people are listed, but go off of like what they are, Jason Tatum's ass is not a power forward.
Exactly. No one's going to be like, oh, Jason Tatum, one of the greatest power forwards. Who is having those types of conversations? Yeah. No one is.
Exactly. And if we did go by just listed position, power forward would be fucking stacked. Yeah. We'd have Jason Tatum, Kevin Durant, Karl-Anthony Towns. It would be crazy. But we're going off traditional who is a power forward. So it's a little bit light up top.
It's a very be for real type of list,
Yeah, exactly.
I like that.
So if you're watching on YouTube, do us a favor, drop a like and subscribe. If on audio platforms, rate 5 stars, leave a review, check out the merch in the bio, check out everything else related that I forgot to name. Yeah, man, let's get to the top 30 power forwards in the league.
The cranium is crazy. Oh my god.
I mean, I really don't know what to say.
Crayon eaters rejoice.
All right, man. As you guys know, how we do this is we go block by block, revealing 5 players at a time on each of our lists, starting from 26 through 30, and working our way up to the top 5. So we're going to jump straight into it with the first block. That is my bottom 5.
Wow.
So at 26, I have Obi Toppin. 27, I have Tari Eason. 28, Jeremy Sohan. 29, Bobby Portis. And 30, Gigi Jackson.
Wow, Bobby Portis, 29. Interesting.
Oh, real quick, I forgot. People have been complaining that when we do these lists, we don't stay consistent of which order we read them off on. So to be consistent, let's read it from the top to bottom of every rankings. So say the number 26 through 30.
Gigi Jackson is this power forward for real?
Yeah. He was a last second addition. At the last second, I put him on and I removed Patrick Williams.
Okay.
How do you feel about that? How do you guys? Because I'm sure Patrick Williams is on both of your guys' list.
Yeah.
Do you guys have a problem with me leaving him off the top 30?
No, I really don't. And I feel like
good.
I feel like a lot of our lists, a lot of times, right, we try to have the same criteria over and over and over again, and somehow it always gets shaken up. The one thing for me that I will be consistent on, anybody from 26 to 30, if you get left off, I don't care, right? This is exactly like borderline fringe starter in the league.
Yeah.
And so if you think that this guy could be better served as a bench player, 100%. Like, yeah, I'm good with that. Patrick Williams doesn't have to be top 30. That's fine with me. The only people who are going to be mad at is his family. But outside of that, we're good, right? We're okay.
Bulls fans won't even be mad at that. Not all of them.
They won't.
Me for one hand.
And
I still have him. I still have hope in him. I still have a little bit of stock in him, especially with DeMar DeRozan gone. Zach LaVine still wearing some more shit. But look, man.
Your job is done.
Defense and can shoot.
He got paid. Your job is done. You don't.
Your PR is done. We don't need it anymore.
He got the money. We don't have to lie and campaign for him anymore.
You know what's
Good
funny?
job.
Last year when we did this, I remember me and you had an argument about Patrick Williams that you were swearing that he was set up for failure, and I was like, he's the 4th option on a team with 3 creators. What other role do you want for him? He's not like that with a ball in his hands. If he can't do well in that role, he's just the okay NBA player, which is fine. And I still feel that way. He is somewhere between the 27th and 31st best power forward in the league to me.
Okay, wait until you see the Josh Giddey effect, and then watch how Josh Giddey goes ahead and unlocks his game. That's so nice.
I think he's fine. If he ends up being 27 next year, shout out you. He can belong on this list. That's fine. But I looked at him versus Gigi Jackson, and I was like, Patrick Williams is a little more proven, obviously. Gigi Jackson is just a rookie. We'll see what he looks like playing meaningful minutes next to, real teammates unlike last year. But I'm like, if I'm having to pick between them, give me the upside of Gigi Jackson every single time.
The only gripe that I have is Jeremy Sohan being lower than Obi Toppin.
Yeah, last year I would have agreed with you. I was very, very high on Jeremy Sohan. I still am, but I'm still high in his future potential, but I put him lower just because we saw him play next to Wemby this year, right? We saw him having to be a real supporting member next to a legit star already. Mm-hmm. And his lack of spacing really bothers me. He's going to be a really good defender, really versatile. The passing flashes, he played point guard starter last year. That was abysmal. Wasn't his fault. Greg Popovich was wilding. He should have been the power forward, which he ended up being later in the year. I think his passing will prove to be valuable, but only when his shooting comes around. Until then, I really struggle to view him as like a super positive, impactful offensive player. So when I was comparing him to Obi Toppin, if we're doing that one specifically, bro, he was eating with the Pacers. We talked about last year, actually. I think on this episode, maybe we were talking about Obi Toppin was like a diamond in the rough because the Knicks weren't using him right, and he'd go to the Pacers and flourish. That got shut down a little bit because they ended up trading for Siakam that relegated Obi Toppin to the bench. But he was really effective. Like, he was flying around in that pace and space era, pace and space style of play that they're doing. And I thought he was really impressive on both sides of the ball last year.
That's fair. I'd still think like 26 is a little bit too high. And I mean, spoiler alert, like Obi Toppin, he's in this range for me too, but I do have him a little bit lower. Just because I think that Obi, and we've seen it twice, and granted, he's been behind like all NBA players in Randall and Siakam. But once you get, like a solid power forward or a real power forward, his style of play starts to be a little bit limited. And I feel like when Obi's at his best is in a very, very specific situation of,
for sure,
hey, we're just gonna run track out here, and we're gonna really, really be very, very spaced out, a very up and down style of basketball. And if you aren't that, where does Obi Toppin fit into the rotation? And so that's fair. And so I do think that he does fit with the Pacers. So that is like best case scenario. But if you talk about the other 29 teams in the league, or 28 if you count like Sacramento playing fast or whatever, stuff like that, then you kind of start seeing a drop off in a fit issue with him.
Yeah, sure. He is a terrible rebounder, which is probably pretty important for a power forward.
You're 6'10".
Yeah, he's a terrible rebounder. Yeah. Honestly, the difference between the two of them, granted, this is probably dumb because it's a small sample size and not a high volume. Obi shot 40% from three, and Sohan shot 32% from three. That's a pretty big deal to me when you're a power forward playing next to stars.
That's fair.
You need to be able to space the floor, especially when you're not, top of the line elite defensively. Even though Sohan is better defensively, he's not good enough to negate the spacing issues. That's really it, the only deciding factor for me. If Sohan shot 38% from three, he'd be very high on this list.
Yeah, that's fair. I think going back to what Donovan said, I agree with him basically saying that Obi Toppin is more of a one-dimensional type player. He specifically fits, his playstyle specifically caters towards one or a few specific teams, and he'll be super useful. But there's not a lot of situations where he's like plug and play or
that's fair.
Like, being able to. He's not universal. He's not a universal remote. Them cheap ass remotes that you go to the dollar store for whenever you lose your main remote. Like, I view Jeremy Sohan as that when comparing him to Obi Toppin. Obi Toppin, he's like a Roku. He only does one thing. You only have a few options.
I would so much rather have a Roku than a universal remote from Five Below. I would so much rather have a Roku.
Also, Roku has mad channels. Like,
this is okay. Hold on, I'm out of the Roku game a little bit. All right, I haven't done.
Listen, you fumbled the analogy, but I see your point. Yeah. I get it. That's a fair point.
The last time I touched a Roku was like 2014, bro, and back then it was only like 4 or 5 options.
What are you rocking with? What do you have now? What do you use?
I just be on Hulu and YouTube. That's it.
All right, my conversation for another day. Let's move on to the next chunk of players.
I'm just curious.
Mo, who's your bottom 5?
So at 26, we have Tobias Harris. He can shoot. He's going to put up 15 points per game, and I think he's going to just be valuable to the Detroit Pistons. 27, Torrey Eason, nice. 28, Rory Hachimura, nice. 29, Obi Toppin, and 30, Grant Williams. Donovan, you look like you're about to throw up. What's up?
I mean, everything. Honestly, everything is cool with me. Tobias at 26 is like, come on.
That's so low.
Like, come
really?
On. Come on.
I thought I was low on him, putting him in the 20s. Or I don't remember where I have him, but I'm higher than this, obviously. This is so low. I can't wait to see who you have above him.
You guys just don't understand how much he irritated me putting up 0 points and being not effective as he was and not doing anything. He's like Obi Toppin with no bounce. What's the fun
Oh
in
my
that
God.
now?
Stop.
You know?
Okay,
Yeah.
stop. He can, guys. You
What?
don't, you
He
don't
can
have to
what?
do this to Tobias. I understand.
Now I
like-
got to defend Tobias Harris.
exactly,
Fuck.
exactly.
gross.
I understand.
You are defending Tobias Harris right now? You are doing it?
Oh my
You're
God.
on camera. You got like 4
All right,
cameras
all
on
right.
you, bruh.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Tobias Harris defender.
We'll see who you have above him, but I imagine I'm going to be defending Tobias Harris a little bit in this conversation.
Tobias Harris. I do not feel bad at all, but he's gonna ball out in Detroit.
Rui is very low. You listen. I will be the first one to tell you I'm not the biggest Rui Hachimura fan. Apparently, I'm a bigger fan of him than you are because I have him a little bit higher than this.
I'm not as harsh stance when it comes to Rui because like I see his value in like ball handling and he can and at times be like a 3-level scorer somewhat consistently. But the defense really just kills me at the end of the day. Like it's a whole nother
That's fair.
side of the court where it's like, okay, you can't be big and struggle on that end.
Yeah.
I see.
Tobias Harris at 26 is so funny. There must be some hilarious names above him. Okay, you got Grant Williams on there. Okay.
Yeah,
All right,
shout
I'll-
out to Grant.
Shout out Grant Williams, 30th best power forward. Let's see who Donovan has.
All right. At 26, I have Tari Eason. 27, I have Gigi Jackson. 28, I have Patrick Williams. 29, I have Nikola Jovic. And then at 30, I have Obi Toppin.
Okay, so
Okay.
we're all pretty much locked up with
Huh.
Torrey Eason. I like that.
Tari Eason is so good, man. I need him. The problem is I don't think this is ever going to happen on the Rockets,
Yeah.
but I need him to get high-level starter minutes. I don't know. It's not going to be possible, I don't think, with Jabari Smith Jr. already being there. It's tough because he should be a starter for someone.
Yeah, for sure. And that's why I feel the same way with him that I feel with Jovic, that I feel with Gigi. I just want them to get more playing time. Like I really
Yeah.
I like these guys. They're very productive. We just need to see their minutes go up. And for Tari, we're going into year 3, and for the last 2 off seasons, everyone has been like, "Yo, like Tari Eason, he's really the guy out there in Houston. Like he's so good, he's so this." But like Isaac said, he just hasn't had the opportunity because Houston, they're about to be in a very critical situation in their rebuild where you have to start making decisions. You have to
Yeah,
start.
for sure.
You have a whole bunch of guys that a lot of people like, and you need to start saying, "Okay, you're part of the future. You're part of the future." And you're part of the future. Your young core can't be 9 people deep. It just can't. So maybe if Tari Eason goes somewhere else, he can have like an Obi Toppin type of thing where he was kind of stashed away on the Knicks. You go to a team that fits your play style a little bit more. You shine a little bit more, but he definitely just needs more playing time, and that's it.
Yeah, and I think he has a much higher ceiling than Obi Toppin too. Like he could
Yeah,
be like
yeah.
top, like he could be like 15, 16 on this list if he has opportunity. Like he's really good. He's such an active defender. Like his percentages of steal percentage and block percentage are so high. They just don't have the volume for it to really shine in like DPOY conversations or anything like that.
Yeah.
And not to say he should be in DPOY conversations, but like in terms of activity as a defender, he is up there. Like it's like diet John Isaac.
Yeah. I feel for him because I see the talent just like you guys as well, but also I see the other guys ahead of him on that roster, and I'm just like, it's kind of inexcusable to start, Torrey Eason alongside over Bari for now in this moment, this
Bari.
year.
Yeah. Listen, after the rookie year, it was looking like Tari Eason was better, but Jabari, obviously he's higher on this list for all of us. He really bounced back last year, so weird situation going on there. Not even just for Tari Eason. There's a lot of players there that are going to be in weird situations pretty soon.
Yeah, exactly. Such an interesting position.
You have Nikola Jovic lower than we do. I think we'll wait until we see where we rank him to really dive into that. But
I actually didn't rank him at all. I didn't. So just to make it clear, didn't rank Gigi Jackson because I don't know, in my mind he's just more of a 3 naturally. Was that in college? So I'm just like, okay, I'm sticking. I remember him as that. But Nikola Jovic, we can move on, and I want to hear your thoughts on that, Isaac.
Okay, tell me why you don't think Jovic is top 30. Nah, just go ahead. Why is Obi Toppin and Grant Williams better than Jovic?
I have no real argument. You think I've sat down and had Obi Toppin and the Jovic conversations in my head? Like I know I misused my time, but not that much. Like that's crazy. Damn.
All right, man. Next tier. Donovan, tell us your 21 through 25.
All right. At 21, I have John Collins. 22, I have Rui. 23, I have Sohan. 24, I have Jabari Smith Jr. And at 25, I have Dorian Finney-Smith.
Wow.
Shout out John Collins. He's been so under talked about this past year because he got shunned away to Utah to be forgotten about. But he had a pretty solid year. He's playing center a lot of time. It was interesting.
That's John Collins' entire career. He's just solid, right? Like he's just cool, and he's never gonna be a guy where you look at him and you're like, yeah, that's a top 10 power forward in the league. But he's also not bad, and he can go into a lot of situations and give them serviceable minutes. But like you said, the only thing that we remember him from last season is getting yammed on, right, and getting concussed by Anthony Edwards, and it sucks. It's just he just wasn't a good fit for Trae Young and the Hawks and everything like that. I think that kind of hinders his ceiling to where I don't know what the legitimate like best situation for John Collins would be. And so because I can't see that, I don't know if you can ever get into like top 15 conversations, but you can definitely be top of the, I guess, third tier in the league.
Yeah, that's fair. Yeah, him next to Rui Hachimura is interesting. Like, yeah, I'm glad he's at top of this tier. This makes sense to me. Like, I guess I can view them similarly. Like, I'd definitely rather have John Collins, I think. Dorian Finney-Smith at 25 is interesting. I feel like a few years ago when he was with Luka, who'd been ranked a lot higher.
I loved him. Yeah.
Yeah. Last year he was just running around with no passers to set him up.
Yeah, he can get higher on this list, but his style of play really needs him to have a creator next to him, setting him up for threes. And listen, fake basketball was going on in Brooklyn, and so whenever that happens, everybody takes a hit in terms of like what your perception is, how basketball is just played. Like, you just don't play great basketball. And then if you get into a more winning situation, you get put in better position. So it's not his fault. He can vault up here if he gets, traded to another contender like that. But
yeah,
nah.
Him and Ben Simmons this year is going to be a movie.
Oh my God.
Did you just say Ben Simmons?
Listen, again, 2-3 years ago, Ben Simmons with Dorian Finney-Smith, like that's good perimeter defense right there.
Promising.
But things change like that, so yeah.
Tough, man. Could you imagine if Ben Simmons would have worked out? Like, random, but like if they would have had Ben Simmons, Mikal Bridges, Dorian Finney-Smith, Cam Johnson, like with a good Ben Simmons, that would have been so cool. That would have been so good.
That would have been nasty. That would have been a legitimate, like, bare minimum play-in team in my mind, because the defense is just that insane. But sadly, that's
especially out east.
Yeah.
But RIP, looks like a Mo's 5.
Okay, so I have Dorian Finney-Smith Jr. I have him way higher just because I think he's playable in any situation imaginable, and I give him credit for that. 22, John Collins. 23, Jabari Smith Jr. Now I'm looking back at it, I feel like I should have had him higher. 24 is my guy, Pat Williams. I never change on your guys.
10 toes for Pat Will.
Yeah, 10 toes down.
Never switch. Only the family. Pat Will.
Only the family.
Okay.
All right, so immediate reactions.
25, yeah, Bobby Portis. I don't think you said that one.
Oh, yeah. 25 Bobby Portis. Cool.
Okay. I don't really have... I'll just reveal my next 5 because this is a rather unexciting tier. So I think we have to see them all to really discuss the differences.
Yeah.
Okay.
My next 5, I got Rui Hachimura at 21, John Collins at 22, which I should flip that now. I don't know why I did that. 23, Nikola Jovic, 24, Grant Williams, and 25, Dorian Finney-Smith.
Okay.
You have Grant
So
Williams.
I have Grant Williams.
What? Tobias Harris and Grant Williams? Your record is looking
Okay,
really
listen. The
bad.
Tobias one, I'm with Isaac on that. The Grant Williams one,
Listen,
Dorian
are you guys thinking about Grant Williams the player, or are you thinking about Grant Williams the yapper? Because if we're thinking that so much of his perception is colored by him being annoying and having terrible PR. It wasn't that long ago he was a very valuable role player for the Celtics, and he got to the Hornets last year. And I know most people weren't watching the Hornets. He played a lot better. He was fucking terrible for the Mavericks. Was everything they didn't need from the power forward position. But before then and after then, he was perfectly fine. He was Grant Williams. I'm not gonna pretend that Rui Hachimura is like miles ahead of him. Like these guys are in the same tier.
all right, you got it. Listen. If you want Grant Williams on your team, say that, right? That's fine.
I wouldn't mind Grant Williams on my team. He's a solid 4. He's like a stretch forward with some switchable defense. Like he's not bad.
Yeah,
Nah, you got it.
Now, mind you, I
I'm not
cannot
gonna
sit
argue with
here with my
I'm not
own
gonna
two
do it.
wides and say that I've been locking in on Charlotte on the last 20 games of Charlotte Hornets basketball. I haven't done that, and I would say 95% of America hasn't been doing that as well. So you're one of
Well,
the
I'll tell you what
weird
he did then.
5%.
He averaged 13.9 points,
Wow.
5 rebounds, 3.2 assists, 37% from 3, 60% on 2s. He was kind of a bucket with the Hornets. He had a
He was
lot
in
of games
fight
where he
or
had like
flight mode.
27.
Of course he was. Career was
Somebody
on
had
the
to score
line.
points there, and he was the one.
Okay.
He's fine. He's cool. Yeah, he's a very serviceable player. Like, you compare him to, I don't know, let's look at Nikola Jovic I have right next to him. Is Nikola Jovic that much better? Like, he's interesting. He has
don't
good
know.
passing. He's like, they're similar.
Again, we're having Nikola Jovic versus Grant Williams debates, and I think that like on the surface, it's a very silly argument. I think if you go a little bit deeper, it really is just about fit and like what you want
Exactly.
on a team. Jovic is fine. Like I'm banking on for Jovic, I'm really just banking on potential. I think that with if you give Jovic Grant Williams minutes, right? Maybe he can thrive a little bit more. If you give Jovic Charlotte Hornet situation where there's nobody on the team and he's just like, hey, go out there and cook. Let's see if Jovic can get to 13, 14 points
Yeah.
a game.
Yeah, honestly, I'm not thinking that hard about Charlotte Hornets Grant Williams. Like I said, that was nonsense. I'm thinking back to Celtics Grant Williams, where he was he was like we applauded the Mavericks for going and getting him. Like it was like,
Yeah.
oh, that's a good get. He's a good role player. And it was a disastrous 25, 30 games where he looked horrible and nobody on the team liked him. Take away that 30 games where Luka Doncic hated him, and Grant Williams is solid.
There is a
You got
fat
it.
ass fly. in my
I'm
room
not
right
gonna
now.
argue with you about this. I'm not gonna do it. You got it. You got
All right,
Grant.
who else we got? So you guys had Jabari Smith Jr. at 23 and 24. I have him higher. Why is he still so low for you guys? Why is he
No.
below Dwayne Finney-Smith for you, Mo? And why is he below John Collins for you, Donovan?
You want to go Mo or?
I'm still stuck on Grant Williams. I'm sorry, bro. You got this.
He's just fucking
I'm
grossed
just like,
out.
you said no one's gonna argue about it. I would, but let's not hold the people up. I don't want to kill our watch time.
Grant Williams Discord, let's go.
All right, I'll go. I just think Jabari has another level that he can. I'm still really high on Jabari, like as a prospect and somebody who can like really be like a legitimate impact player. I just think he hasn't gotten there. So I think for me, it's just a product of expectation where I really want him to take the leap forward, and it hasn't happened. He was much better last year than he was in his rookie season. Like he did improve a lot, and I do want to give him credit for that. But yeah, I actually don't know why. I don't know who I would take if it was Jabari and John Collins.
Looking at this,
Yeah, it's
I
close.
know I would take like Jabari Smith Jr. for sure over him. And now, obviously, looking back at with what I just said, I would move Smith higher on this list. I think, again, like what you said, Donovan, expectations have a little bit to do with this. This
Yeah.
dude, the Orlando Magic a couple years ago were blowing hella smoke screens saying, we want Jabari Smith Jr. over Paulo Banchero,
Yeah.
who's obviously like one of the 10 best power forwards in the entire NBA. Obviously, a lot higher than that, but I'm just going to leave it at that. So I think with Jabari Smith Jr., I look at his game, the defense is is the thing that stands out the most, and also his ability to stretch the floor and his potential to continuously grow in putting the ball on the floor. John Collins, the reason why he's so limited and so weird is because like he's not a natural ball handler at all. He can catch that bitch, shoot it, defend, try to at least, and get rebounds. But Jabari Smith Jr., he's just valuable in every single situation imaginable. Meanwhile, with John Collins, like you have to pick and choose, and you have to pick and choose your spots with him and how you envision like overall roster construction. So I would definitely have him higher. I would definitely have him higher for sure.
Yeah, I don't really think Jabari Smith will ever be like a star. I don't have any stock in his like long-term upside, but I think he'll be a very good defender. Not a great one ever. Never going to be like all defense, game-wrecking, shot blocker or anything, but he's like a very good plug-and-play defender that's going to like play good team defense and help hide the weaknesses of a Sengun or whatever, and be just smart rotations, have size. He can switch onto wings like a Kevin Durant while still moving his feet a little bit against twos if he gets switched on, stuff like that. Like, very versatile, solid above average defender in many ways. And last year, the biggest difference offensively is the three-point shot came along. He shot the same from the rim, but shot 4% better from mid-range, 10% better from the corner, and 5% better on non-corner threes. And that makes a big difference for a guy you're expecting to play complementary basketball next to a damn near all-star in Sengun.
Mhm.
So if you think about that, players who have above average defense, it's called a B plus, and can hit an open three while having a little bit of talent running in transition and doing all the other stuff, that's a very good player.
Yeah, I would have him higher. I think he definitely deserves to be probably like maybe 19, pushing 17 for sure.
Yeah, I don't remember where I put him, but I have him somewhere around there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is there anybody else in this tier we should discuss?
Nah, we good.
I think we're good. Shout out to Rui Hachimura.
It's gonna be the fastest top 30 list ever.
It really
This
is.
will fly through. All right, man. We'll see. The top 20. Mo, who is your 16 through 20?
Ooh, okay. So 16 through 20. Starting at number 16, we have Kyle Kuzma. 17, we have Kuminga. 18, PJ Washington. 19, I really like Jeremy Sohan for some reason.
Damn.
Don't know why. But at 20, we have Jarris Walker projecting like a motherfucker.
What
when
the
it comes to Jarris Walker.
That's Jared. I
Again.
saw Walker. That's Jarris Walker.
Again.
The man who played 10 minutes per game last year.
Again, I ride for my guys. I'm there in solidarity with you, Jarris
The
Walker,
Indiana
with what
Mad
is
Ant
happening.
star.
Yes, the G League stud, the G League genius, Jarris Walker, bro. Oh my gosh, did you see what he did in Summer League this past over the last few
Summer
weeks?
League.
Yes, man, I got all
right,
my
so a couple
fucking
weeks
Jarris
ago-
Walker.
A couple weeks ago, we deemed your placement of Jalen Green in the top 10 to be the worst placement on a TD3 rankings list ranking so far this year. I think you have one-upped yourself by putting Jarris Walker in your top 20. This is the worst ranking so
But
far
hear me
this
out.
summer.
No. But hear me out. It's different because Jarris Walker is actually good, and we all know this. There's no denying his skill. We all know this.
I do. I agree. I'm a very big Jarris Walker fan. I 100%. I'm with you in spirit. In the spirit of the pick, I'm with you. I love Jarris Walker. I would probably rather have him over the guys below this list. But he also played 10 minutes per game last year and did nothing to earn a spot in the top 20. So I don't think I can be with you in the actual ranking in reality.
20?
20.
Not
I would have him.
20.
I wish I could put him higher, bro. I wish I could put him higher.
You said, fuck you, Jonathan Kuminga. I want Jarris Walker.
Jarris
Is that what you're saying? Is that what you're saying?
No. I put Kuminga up there.
Move along, Kuz.
I put Kuz up there higher. Respect. Kuminga, respect. PJ Washington just went to the final.
Take respect out of it. You're building a team right now, Kuminga or Walker,
Kuminga or Walker.
for next season.
I have Kuminga higher for a reason. So I'm gonna
Okay,
say
okay.
Kuminga.
Before that, are we ranking for next season or are we ranking on what we saw last season? Because that's the difference here. If this whole list was projecting for next season, this would be fine. I'll be with you. But the other 29 spots, it's like you ranked on what you saw last year, and then Jarris Walker, you're like, new system,
No.
projecting 100%.
I'm moving the goalposts. That's what I'm doing.
Facts.
I'm manipulating the system. I have no consistencies whatsoever, but you don't know that. The viewers don't think that. All right.
No, fair enough. Listen, if you're gonna again move the goalposts and cheat to give anybody props, I'm okay with it being Jarris Walker because he deserves it. He's so underrated. We did a TikTok like a month ago now where we redrafted last year's draft, and I ranked him like 7, like people who I'd want long term. And so many of the TikTok kids in the comments were like, "What are you talking about? Why would you rather have him than Jaime Jaquez?" And like, yo, y'all need to know ball. Jarris Walker is gonna be really good, so I'm with you.
Yeah,
Facts.
long, lengthy dude. The creation is there. Shot making is there. He also has vision. Like, he's a great player, bro. Okay.
Yeah.
All right, man. Jeremy Sohan is very high. Explain to me what you view in Jeremy Sohan that you value him so highly for right now.
I think he's gonna just be in general a great connector. Obviously, like your connecting abilities is very limited if you can't shoot the ball even a lick. But because of who he has on his team, Victor Wembanyama, the ultimate, or in my opinion, he will be like the ultimate stretch five. I think that'll relieve some pressure off of Jeremy Sohan as a player within the system and how his shooting or lack of shooting hurts the team. So I think like the passing shades obviously is not impressive as you'd want it to be, but it's still better than the average power forward. And like I view that as super fundamental and essential, and it's like an important piece in my mind that puts you over top of a lot of teams because a lot of power forwards just don't have those shades or those chops.
Yeah. Okay. I mean, again, I agree with you for sure. Projecting, I don't know. I liked him a lot after his rookie year, and I cooled down last year after watching him more closely, watching Wemby every game. And just something about him offensively bothers me, but maybe I'm overreacting too
You don't
much
like his
to just
hair?
poor shooting.
Just
Yeah, I don't know, man. What if for last year I can't rank him highly, but long term I still have stock, so I'm with you there.
Okay. Cool.
All right,
Is there
Let's go to
any
the next
issue? Okay, let's hear it. Okay.
At 20, okay, I forgot. I start from 16. At 16, I have Jeremy Grant.
Wow.
17, I have Jonathan Kuminga. 18, PJ Washington. 19, Jabari Smith. And 20, Tobias Harris.
Wow. Jeremy Grant at 16.
I don't hate any of your picks.
Dub.
Yeah, I don't hate anything. I think that like you could probably give Jeremy Grant a little bit more love.
What?
But
Yeah,
like,
well, spoiler
maybe,
alert.
maybe a
Spoiler,
little
number
bit.
15 is Kyle Kuzma. So it's between Kyle Kuzma and Grant, and I'm like, that is such a little difference. I think Kyle Kuzma is younger, has a little bit more bounce, a little bit more juice offensively right
that's
now.
fair.
So I'm like, I'll go with him. They're so close. You want to put Jeremy Grant at 15? I don't really give a fuck.
Yeah, that's fair. You both have Kuminga and Washington at 17 and 18, which is cool. Take me through the thought process for y'all on that.
Man, Kuminga's so hard to rank because Warriors fans are insane. So you hear a lot of propaganda with his long-term upside, how he's going to be a star. I think there's a chance he'll be a star. Do not think he's a star right now by any means. I think right now defensively, there's a lot of work to go. That's the biggest reason why he wasn't playing early on in the year when people were screaming at Steve Kerr to give him a chance. He really, really, really sucks at off-ball defense right now. On ball, he's okay. You know, he has length. He knows how to use it a little bit, but he does not make good rotations. He's not the most cerebral guy helping at the rim. Is not good at fighting over screens with that length. He hasn't got used to that yet. A lot of defensive issues that hold him down over below a guy like Jeremy Grant. And offensively, I think he's actually like a really good finisher at the rim. I think he has like star upside as a driver to the rim. If he becomes a star, it'll be because he becomes like a truly elite player there. How much do you believe in the shooting to complement that? I guess there's some variance there in how he's played throughout his career. There's a stretch where he was really great when the Warriors kind of got together mid-season where he was shooting his ass off. If that's going to be who he is, then he's going to fly up these rankings. But he still has to improve as a passer, still has to improve defensively, like I said. But again, I won't be surprised at all if he's closer to 10 next year.
Okay.
Wow.
I think you took all the words out of my mouth. What's even more interesting to me is having Grant Williams not that much higher, but a little bit higher than PJ Washington. When we saw these two like literally
Jeremy
switch
Grant.
teams, I said Jeremy Grant. Wait, that's Jeremy Grant?
That's Jeremy Grant, not Grant Williams.
Ooh, okay.
I already ranked. You have so much Grant Williams PTSD. We've already
I don't know why
discussed
he's
him.
in
'Cause I
my
ranked him
head.
2 tiers ago.
That's hilarious.
Okay.
That's Jeremy Grant.
Ooh, I don't know why I have so much. As if I met the dude. Don't know him.
You have so much smoke for him. Yeah, that's
Okay.
what Donovan was like. You can move Grant a little bit higher. You were like, what? Because you thought it was Grant Williams.
Yeah, I was like so disgusted. I was like, that's the person I want to talk about? My God. Okay.
Tell us about PJ Washington and why he deserves 18.
PJ Washington's really good. He has a simple game. He is what John Collins wish he was in terms of just like, okay, like I'm a traditional power forward. How can I make myself more valuable? Obviously, he doesn't have the hops that John Collins has, but in terms of just like getting his buckets off in similar ways, he kind of was that early into his career. But what separates him is that he's naturally just a better shooter, way more. He shoots it way better on a higher volume, and also he is a legit ball handler who you wouldn't freak out or like squirm or cringe whenever he has the ball in his hands trying to like either jab step or do whatever. He's a much better creator, and I think that just elevates your ceiling as a player naturally because you're easier to build around and you're more reliable of an option.
And the defense is the biggest difference between him and John Collins. John Collins essentially has to be like a 5 on defense while also not being big enough to be a huge return at the rim. PJ Washington is like a very versatile defender. He's like not an elite wing stopper, right? You're not putting him on the best wing player but like shut them down. But as a versatile 4 who can switch onto a big wing and switch inside, like he's pretty good there. You mentioned the shooting being a lot better than John Collins. That's actually why I have him at 18. He would be higher if the shooting was consistent.
Yeah.
When he's on, like when he was on against the fucking Thunder, making every 3 in the world.
Crazy.
You're like, whoa, is this guy like the second best player on this team? Good Lord. When the shot isn't falling, it's like, oh, this is the guy that the Hornets let go.
Yeah. Yeah, that makes sense. I like honestly both of your picks. I think
Let's
like
see yours then.
Yeah, let's go. So at 16, I also have Kyle Kuzma. 17, I have PJ Washington. 18, I have Jeremy Grant. 19, I have Kuminga. And 20, I have Jonathan Isaac. Now,
Ooh, first John Isaac sighting.
granted, and you guys already know what I'm about. You've seen my movies. I have one request for Jonathan Isaac. I just want you on the court a little bit more, right?
Facts.
Jonathan Isaac, when he is on the floor, is as impactful a defender as anybody in the NBA. He is legitimately like elite of the elite. He's so good defensively. I
100%.
just need you to play more than 19, 20 minutes a game. That's all I'm asking. And if you can give me that, you can give me 27, 28 minutes a night. Yo, you are 14, 13, 12. You are getting into those conversations because now you are a legitimate candidate to be DPOY like level impactful. So that's my one ask for Jonathan Isaac.
Okay. John Isaac has such a weird PR right now because he got hurt. First, he started his career being one of the most
He always
promising
has
defenders in the
weird
league. Yeah, facts. He started his career being one of those promising defenders in the league, then had like 3 devastating injuries in a row. And amidst those devastating injuries, he had a lot of free time, and he made himself the most intolerable person on the internet. Just absolutely awful.
One of the funniest things that we saw on the internet was that this dude invited a bunch of his teammates to church or something like that. Not a soul showed up. Oh my
Nobody.
God. That's so
I
embarrassing.
was like, shut up. This guy. We're not going to get too much into the off-court issues of why he's awful, but on the court, he came back this year and got minutes again and was able to find a role for himself. So good. Minute per minute was legitimately one of the 3 to 4 best defenders in the NBA. So I held him a little bit lower for the same reasons than what he would be if he played full minutes. Because if he played full minutes, this guy would be top 10, I think.
Yeah, I fully agree. Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
but like I have him, obviously I have him higher on this list, so I put him above Jeremy Grant at least at 15 or higher. I just looked at it, I was like, who would I rather have, man? Like I would rather have the just, even if it's a small sample size and I have to deploy him like some kind of like niche weapon in an NFL team,
Special teams
I would
player.
rather have that weapon than somebody like Kuminga where he's at right now, where he's a good player. He's working on becoming a player that can compete at the highest level and contribute to winning. If I'm a smart coach, I'll take what I can get a Jonathan Isaac and run.
I feel that. And again, it really is just the minutes played, the availability for me because I'm with you. If he can play, I would rather have him than the other 4 players ahead of him right now. And like Kuminga, I guess I'm the lowest on Kuminga by a little bit. Kuminga's fine. I think part of the way that I view Kuminga is very like anti-Warriors fans where they pump him up so much that in my head I'm like, he's really not that good. And so he may have like taken a couple notches below, but I look at him and it's like, yes, the Warriors need you to step up and be this offensive like creator, and they need some more scoring from you. But bro, you're just big and you can jump high right now.
Yeah, listen, the Warriors fans are overzealous about Kuminga as it currently stands, but I'm not out on him. I'm not out on him being a star entirely. Like I think they do have something to stand on. So I'm not writing it off just yet. Like you said that like he's not that good. Like I still got the hope that they'll be right, but we'll see.
Yeah, there's still steps for him to take.
Yeah. Okay. We all have Kuzma there. Anybody else we should talk
Something
about in this
that's
tier?
super interesting to me is that I'm realizing that I have Jeremy Grant a lot higher than you guys. Not a lot higher, obviously in the next tier people. But why is he where you guys are at right now? Why is he in this range for you?
Well, why is he higher? I don't know. I feel like he's in the same tier as Kuzma, Kuminga, all these guys. Like he's cool, right? He's a good shooter, good defender. No longer great, I don't think. Not a passer. He can create for himself a little bit, but not an elite level. Like sounds to me like the 15th or 16th best power forward in the league.
I think he's a little bit of a better shooter than you're giving him credit for sure. And
How good of a shooter do you think I'm giving him credit for? Because I didn't even specify.
I think he's like 36% from 3 or 37% from 3 last year. You can double
Shout
check
out.
it just in case I'm wrong. But
Yeah. No, I think he's a good shooter for sure.
I think he's, when it comes to this range of Kuzma, Kuminga, and all that, like he's the very top tier of this range, and I guess it reflects on your list. But even then, I think he's like in a separate range from them because of the defense that we once saw from his game, and we saw it disperse as the time goes on because now his efforts are just focused on getting bags and buckets, and that's literally it, double B's. But I think the second that we do see him reverted back to like you only focus on 3 things on the court, and it's not buckets. All right, shoot threes here and there, get rebounds, and be long and be a nuisance on the defensive end. Ask him to do those 3 things, and I think he'll be one of the better in the league, comparable to like Aaron Gordon in terms of like how effective he is. Now, all this is also like it depends on who's around him. It's very
I get it.
situational.
We haven't
But I
seen him
think
do
he's
that since Trump
talented.
was in office. I'm not
Whoa.
getting my hopes up that guy's still in
Whoa.
there.
What?
It's been over 4 years. He's been on the Pistons and the Trailblazers for 4 years, getting buckets. And this year, he dropped to 57% shooting at the rim. That is not good for a 6'10 player. He was not getting buckets at the rim by any means. He did shoot 40% from 3, though. So I still think he is like a 3-and-D guy. But if he's not going to be like a good scorer at the rim, it's going to be like below average. Then if you can't call him a good 3-level scorer, then you need to be a good passer to make up for that. If you're not going to be a good passer, you got to be a really good defender still. If you're not going to be that, then you start to see how he's like dropping a little bit as he gets older.
And that's the thing. I think the defense is there. I just think it's like shot died and like he tries to get in his bag too much and he's like mellow mindset right now. I think all that's still in there. It's just very, very situational for now.
Okay. All right, we can move on to the next one. I have not much higher. I mean, not much different than you, I don't think. So whatever. Next one. Oh, my next one. From 11 through 15, I have a Jalen Johnson at 11, Aaron Gordon at 12, Keegan Murray at 13. Stop that before I lower him. Jonathan Isaac at 14, and Kyle Kuzma at 15.
Why do you have Jalen Johnson at 11?
Are you saying that?
Don't keep it short
bad
either.
way?
Don't keep it short either. I need a 5
Okay, are you asking me that? Are you saying that because you think it should be higher, or that it's at a good spot?
Just know that it's a good spot. Give me a fine.
Okay, there we go.
5-minute spiel. Go ahead.
I think he's awesome. I think he can run the floor in transition, can cut really well, and just really dominant attacking the rim as a play finisher when Trae Young is throwing him lobs, himself running the break as a one-man fast break, a la Ben Simmons, a la LeBron, whatever. He's legitimately really good at that. Okay, calm the fuck down.
He said
I should've
LeBron.
That's on me. Never mind, my bad. Not like LeBron, like LeBron's son or something, but really good at that.
We'll see.
A really good. Okay, my bad, bro. Fuck. He can shoot now. He shot like 38%. It might have fallen off towards the end of the year. I'm not sure. But for most of the year, he was shooting really well from 3. That if you're going to be a legitimately elite athlete attacking the rim and can hit 3s at a high level, you immediately have offensive utility next to a guy like Trae Young. And defensively, I don't think he's better than Aaron Gordon there, but he's like well above average, I think. He's a very good defender that you take away DeJounte Murray from this team and you don't replace him with another, ball handler. I mean, I guess Reece Shea is going to have some ball handling duties, but you mostly free up those touches for whoever was on the roster before. And I think a lot of that is going to Jalen Johnson. I think we'll look up next year and see him averaging like 23.5 points per game, like 4 assists and 8 rebounds, whatever it may be. And he was going to be in the most improved conversations this past year, but he missed too much time. I think we'll be in it again next year.
That good enough for you?
I want to hear from you too, Donovan, because I know he's probably around this range too, maybe a little bit higher.
Okay, let's talk about somebody else besides Jalen Johnson. Let's let him
Exactly.
calm down a little bit and cool himself and fucking fan himself off a little too moist. How do you feel about the rest of the list?
I'm cool with it. We already talked about, Jonathan Isaac. I think all of us had Kyle Kuzma in that range. Keegan Murray at 13, very solid. Yeah, I like it. And then Aaron Gordon. I mean, listen, he's Aaron Gordon. He's like Aaron Gordon is in a situation right now where he is completely maximized, and
Yes.
like there's not another place in the league that he can go and be better. You get spoon fed lobs and buckets from Jokic all day. You go out, you play really solid defense. You do all the dirty work at the 4 to help, cover up a lot of the stuff that Jokic doesn't do well, that even Michael Porter Jr. doesn't do well in terms of guarding wings on the perimeter, all that type of stuff. So this is once you get to like 11 and above, there's just guys who are a little bit more talented offensively than he is. Like the shooting, if Aaron Gordon could be like 33, 34, not even, just like slightly below average, he would be one of like the 7 best, power forwards.
Draymond range for sure.
Yeah.
Easily.
But that is his big drawback. That's his big liability.
Mm-hmm.
We get
And that's
you
the difference between last year and this year.
Yeah. We get you in the gym, we get you in the lab, we get that 3 start falling. You can really, really jump up this list. But until then, right outside the top 10 is probably where you belong.
Okay.
Yeah. And it's okay that it's mostly okay because he's playing with Jokic, who provides spacing because he's such a good passer and such a good scorer that you can't leave him open. So you can get away with Aaron Gordon being in the dunker spot. And that's why he's still this high up this list despite being a pretty terrible shooter last year because Jokic is a perfect player to make it not matter.
Yeah.
But yeah, and you compare him to a guy like Jalen Johnson, just he just has more juice. He just can do a little bit more. He has a higher ceiling offensively. You can trust him with the ball in his hands more. Maybe in a playoff setting, you prefer Aaron Gordon with the right team that's trying to win a championship right now. But I would
If you
rather
put
take the bet on Jalen Johnson.
Yeah, exactly. If Jalen Johnson was alongside Nikola Jokic, they're probably, not to say like Aaron Gordon was the reason. He was far from the reason why they, didn't make the finals. But that's just another super talented player on your team, on that team. And, he's just another legitimate option. I 100% agree. I like where Keegan Murray is as well. Super simple player. Like, he does what he does on defense. One of the best defenders at that spot, and also super impactful for the Sacramento Kings, considering that they don't have much of that on that team. And then on offense, shooting a lot of threes. I don't know if that leap will ever come when it comes to what Coach Mike Brown and the rest of those guys are expecting to. And I think it kind of shows that with the DeMar DeRozan acquisition, they are not expecting that perimeter leap to come for him. So they're just like, okay, cool. If you're going to do that, you're going to be super valuable at that. And I think that's like a commendable move in terms of how they're viewing Keegan Murray. So I like this ranking for him for sure.
Okay. Yeah, and John Isaac, we talked about it. I really valued that defense. I get it. He didn't play very much. So I should probably have him closer where you have him. But I just value what he does so much. And I'm like, it's kind of like my Jarris Walker for Mo. I'm like, I'm going to bend the rules how I don't do for everybody else and put him higher.
Yeah.
Who's next?
Next up is Donovan. Who we got?
I have Aaron Gordon at 11, Jalen Johnson at 12, Keegan Murray at 13, Bobby Portis at 14, and Tobias
Portis at 14?
Jesus fucking Christ.
Bobby Portis?
And Tobias Harris at 15.
Bobbled Portis?
Did you get
you're done for that.
harassed by Bobby Portis? Did he give you like death threats if you didn't put him like at 14 at this list?
He opened those fucking eyes and stared into your soul, and you were like, 14.
Put me at 14, motherfucker. Did he do that? Did he give you one of those? Did he give you
That
a
was
wedgie?
crazy. What the fuck was that?
That was wild.
If I said that would have been so racist.
Really?
Keep going.
I'm allowed.
Anyways, listen.
You got the racist pass.
Listen, I guess we're gonna talk about Bobby Portis now.
Tell me about Robert Portis and why he deserves to be in the top 15.
Listen, Bobby's my guy. All right.
We know
Bobby,
that.
Bobby he's just my guy. He's just cool. He's just Bobby Portis. He's gonna come out here. He's gonna shoot 40% from 3. He's gonna come out here. He's gonna give you a nice, 7 to 8 rebounds. Nice little spark plug off the bench. He can step into the starting lineup if need be. Give you a nice 13, 14. He's Grant Williams with good vibes, right? And that to me means a lot, right?
Yeah.
I'd love to have Bobby Portis on my team. I would love it. Locker room morale would go very, very high up. I've told you guys for years that I'm the president of the Bobby Portis fan club. And we had a meeting last week. We knew that this episode was coming out and we had to figure out what spot Bobby was going to be at. And we figured we have to show him the proper love. He's top 15, right?
Who was in that meeting? Bobby must have been in that meeting with you.
Listen, don't worry about it, all right? Don't worry about that.
Exposed.
But listen, I just like Bobby Portis. I just want Bobby Portis on my team.
All right, man. There you go. Bobby
it.
Portis, welcome to the club. Welcome to the top 15 power forwards in the NBA.
Thank you.
You've earned it.
We all have the guy on this list where we bent the rules a little bit, right? Mo picked the guy that played 10 minutes last year and put him in the top 20.
And he's better than Bobby Portis.
Shut up. Shut up. And then listen.
The Bobby Portis Tobias Harris 14-15 combo is just the craziest 1-2 punch.
I will say this.
Yeah.
The Tobias Harris at 15, that's more of a symbolic pick. Tobias Harris is legitimately the most mid that you can get at the position.
So he's in the middle.
Okay.
And so I just had to put him in the middle, right?
Okay.
No higher, no less. You know exactly
Real
what you're getting with
question for you,
Tobias.
Donovan.
What's up?
Would you rather have, hypothetically speaking, Tobias Harris on the New York Knicks sign like a minimum contract? So he's on there pretty much for the free. Or 2 years worth of free crumble cookies. Every week they give out their new six lineup special. Which one would you rather have? Where will you be happiest?
Well, I'll tell you this. I've never had a crumble cookie, right?
Oh.
I don't know what that is. I don't know if it's good or bad. I've heard a lot of people tell me it's mid. So if you're telling me to pick mid or mid, and I can pay the minimum for one mid, I'm gonna take the minimum mid, right? That's gonna be what I do. So I'm gonna take Tobias Harris.
Wow. Terrible decision. We can roll into mine, I guess.
right, well, let's see Mo's 11 through 15. What we got?
All right, so at 11,
Ooh.
as much as I hate to do it, considering the moves that they made this offseason,
You hate
which is
him.
none, I had to put Evan Mobley at 11 still.
You hate him.
No,
Hawks
do not
bias.
hate him. I hate the I
You
hate
put
the
Jalen
Cavs.
Johnson, Bo, Hawks bias.
Oh, yeah, for sure. I think his ceiling's a little bit higher.
Now,
Naturally, because
His
he's a
ceiling's
baller.
higher?
For sure. For
Get
sure.
the fuck out of my...
No,
Okay, keep
it
going.
definitely is. Okay, so 11, Evan Mobley, Jeremy Grant,
Maybe.
12. I think if he was in the right position, we would view him more valuable and a better player than Aaron Gordon. But sadly,
Man, that
he's
man
not.
is in his 30s.
He's not in his 30s. How old do you think
what
he
are we-
is?
30.
What are we
He
talking
is
about?
30.
What are we talking about?
Bro, he's 30.
In
the
I'm
right
not joking.
situation.
He's 30.
As
No
he's
a
way
30.
he's
man.
30. Jeremy Grant, if you're
Bro, I
30, I'm
promise
putting
you
you
he's
to
30.
27. No way. Please.
He's been
He's
27
30.
for 4 years. That man is 30 years old.
Oh my God, he just turned 30.
I'm telling you.
That man is not young. He is not the youth.
But he's still good. At 13, Aaron Gordon.
He's very young to
14 14, I got Jonathan Isaac. His defense is so menacing, and I think if you have superpowers, if I can call you one of the best 3 or 4 at one of the main categories in the NBA, you're immediately a top 15 player to me at a minimum. I don't care what else you do. Now, if you want to have arguments about like his ability to stay healthy, completely understood, and that's fine. And at 15, I have Keegan Murray. Great player.
You're always going to be low on Keegan Murray. This is one of these players who you decided a long time ago that's overrated, so you always got to ding him a little bit.
Which is crazy because I thought that you were crazy high on Keegan Murray like 2 years ago.
He was, and then he wasn't a superstar right away, and he was like, never mind.
Never
Nah,
again.
I just seen the bag wasn't.
Don't
wasn't-
call me.
wasn't that deep.
He'll come by my house.
Don't come back my house. It's funny. But okay, Evan Mobley. He's obviously like the biggest elephant in the room here for me, or in this list.
Let's move on and see where we rank Evan Mobley. Then we'll talk about it because it's spoiler alert. I just flipped him one. I think we just have Jalen Johnson and Evan Mobley flip probably, which is quite the interesting conversation given both their current team predicaments. So, Donovan, tell us your next 5.
At 6, I have Pascal Siakam. At 7, I have Larry Markkinen.
Wow.
At 8, I have Scotty Barnes. At 9, I have Draymond Green. And at 10, I have Evan Mobley.
What the? Who the fuck is in your top 5 that you
Okay,
don't have Marketing
okay.
and Barnes? Barnes is in
Siakam
top
is
5?
at number 6.
Y'all already know.
That's all
That
right.
is
Barnes is number
crazy.
8.
Y'all already know. Y'all already know
What
who's
is
in my top
going
5.
on here?
already know
Siakam
who's
is
in my top
number
five.
6.
We just gotta wait to see who his top 5 is because I'm perplexed. Because Scotty Barnes is in my like top 4. Scotty Barnes is incredible.
Actually,
He's
fair.
already an all-star. He's gonna keep getting better. Him
I
at
can
8
under-
is baffling to me.
I can understand at number 8 those Markkinen and Barnes range. I'm okay with.
You
But
shouldn't be.
Siakam is more baffling to me. I don't understand why that isn't crazier to you.
I mean, Siakam, he's very good, but I don't think I had him that much higher.
Oh man, you guys are tripping, man. Oh my gosh.
Wait, I can't wait to see where you have him. What's going on here?
You have Siakam
We
at
are
4?
Bro, we have
Yes,
no
you do.
synchronization right now in this top 10. I can't wait to see let's keep going. Mo, who's your next 5?
Okay, so my next 5 is 5 at Larry Markkinen, great player, just
6.
got a bag. 7,
6.
Scotty Barnes. 8, Draymond Green, you know what he does. 9, Julius Randle. Now listen,
Salute. Salute.
wait,
You know what he does.
who?
He been around.
You've seen his movies.
Exactly.
Yeah, exactly. Julius Randle. I genuinely wanted to put him higher because he's an All NBA player, but the health seems to be an issue consistently since 2021. We haven't seen a healthy playoff run from him or anything like that, so that's concerning to me. 10, Jalen Johnson.
Fair enough.
That's fair.
I don't know. I forget. Like I don't. Nobody ever thinks about Julius Randle as an injury-prone player, but maybe you're cooking
Let me check that
Yeah.
real quick. Because
because he wasn't available last year, and that made a big difference. When he was there last year, they were cooking, and he wasn't.
Yeah, and the year before that, he hurt his ankle, I believe, against the Cleveland Cavaliers or something like that, and he wasn't available. And then the year before that, it was 2022 or 2021 or something like that, and
I
both
mean,
years, he was just
okay. 4 of the, not even, basically every season except for 2019, 2020, which is bubble year and last season, and his first season in the league. He's played at least 71 games.
Well, he said playoffs. When playoff comes around, he's been injured. It's a Giannis situation where he's healthy all year. Then when it matters most, his leg falls off.
I'm just I just think of him when it at the height, routinely regular season. Again, I said like he's an All NBA player, straight up. talented across
We give
all boards.
we give so many forwards all NBA credit because they made a third team one time. I know he made a second team, but we give so many people all NBA player credit because forwards were really weak for like 5 years. Like Siakam's an all NBA player because he made a third team one time. Julius Randle is not on all NBA level right now, but he is very good. But we don't got to give him that title still.
Whoa. Why did you just throw a shot at Pascal Siakam?
This man fucking loves Siakam. I can't wait to see where you ranked him. This is gonna be great.
You're disgusting.
You love
Okay.
Siakam.
Let's continue. Let's
go ahead. We'll do my 5, and we'll talk about this whole tier. At 6, I have Draymond Green. 7, I have Jaren Jackson Jr. 8, I have Siakam. 9, I have Randall, and 10, I have Mobley.
Wow.
We are so out of sync.
Y'all gonna hate
I
me.
think my 10. This tier is like the opposite of y'all.
Y'all gonna
because
hate
you
me.
clearly. We're all gonna hate each other. This is gonna be madness.
Y'all are gonna hate me.
Wow. Okay. So
All right, so fuck Evan Mobley versus Jalen Johnson. We're so past that. We have so much more to talk
No one
about now.
cares. Okay.
Julius Randle's number 9. I agree with you there. Clearly, Donovan's a Knicks fan ass has him in the top 5.
Why?
What's good? Let's talk about it.
Over Pascal Siakam? You're not for
Oh
real
no,
right now.
I like for real. I actually would rather have Julius Randle than Pascal Siakam.
Okay.
Me too.
Like
I
I'm
mean,
not,
I mean, just no, man. Actually, I wouldn't say that. I rank Pascal higher, but I think it's comparable.
Wow.
Yeah.
Not bad. I meant to say, said me too. I think that's fine. I think that's fair. Julius Randle is still good. They're in the same tier. Mo must have this guy like top 3 the way he's talking because they are so similar. Pascal Siakam is very, very, very good. He is not so great that he has to be in the top 5 for sure.
I don't think that Pascal Siakam and Julius Randle are on the same tier. Julius Randle at
You're
his
right.
very best is on
Julius
the same
Randle
tier, but he's
is-
not
is
at his
better.
very best all the time.
They are not in
He's
the same
that's
tier.
the only issue. No.
So Donovan thinks that Julius Randle smokes Siakam. Mo thinks that Siakam smokes Randle. I think they're exactly the same. There's no cohesion.
And on top of that, too, Jaren Jackson Jr., former Defensive Player of the Year. Is that number 7
Yeah,
for you already?
Draymond Green, former Defensive Player of the Year. Like, that's fine. Jaren Jackson is very good.
That's the
very
old days.
good at farming weak side shot blocks whenever he's next to a
Whoa.
big that can play center. He's a very good guy in that role. He is not a shutdown player as a center. He's not shut down one-on-one. He's very good in his role. It's like Giannis if Giannis was worse at the other stuff besides shot blocking. I don't think Jaren Jackson is not a top 4 defender in the league right now, I don't think.
Do you think though that with your mans, Zachary Edey coming into town, that Jaren Jackson will be able to get a little bit higher on this list?
I don't think that makes him better. I think he'll have a good year for sure. That'll be props to Zachary Edey, not props to Jaren Jackson Jr. I think Jaren Jackson's just fine. I don't hate him at all. He's a very good player. He's a up and down shooter, but when his shot is on, he's very good. He's an underrated handle. He's really good at attacking closeouts and getting to the rim. When he gets there, it's a little dicey because he can't pass, and the rim finishing is iffy year to year. But the defense, he's very, very good. Great, but not top of the line to me to where he has to be top 5. And I think the top 5 players here, like as you guys see, I have Lauri Markkanen and Scotty Barnes in the top 5, are legit two-way. Well, Markkanen, we can debate how good his defense is, but he's a good enough defender that I'll call him a two-way player. Legit two-way, like all-star level players. The top 5 are straight up all-stars. And I don't think Jaren Jackson Jr.
though.
He's made an all-star team. He's not a year-to-year lock, and he never will be, especially in the West.
I
He
mean,
can make an all-star team for sure.
Okay.
I think Lauri
Jaren
Markkanen
Jr.
is better.
than Lauri Markkanen because of the defensive presence, and I think you're also underrating how good of a shooter, elite of a shooter at his position, Jaren Jackson Jr. is.
That motherfucker is not an elite shooter. What are we,
For
elite
his
shooter?
position, yes,
He's
he
at
is.
fourth
Look at the
position.
volume. What are you talking
What do you mean
about?
4 position? Larry Markkanen's a 4. So many elite shooters are 4s. What do you mean 4 position? This isn't 1999.
bro.
There's a bunch of great shooters there.
I
Most
think
people start a small forward there. For his position means nothing in these days.
For his
He's not a
position,
center.
he's a great shooter, bro. I gotta look up the stats real quick too. Oh my god, this is disgusting.
This
I
is
can't believe we're having this
2024. Power forwards are great shooters. You can't do 4's position anymore for a stretch 4. It's not like he's a dominant interior player. This isn't like a 4's position for a Jokic. Like this isn't a 7-foot center.
Okay.
He's a good shooter. He's a good shooter for sure. He's not elite shooter by any means. He's not causing game-breaking gravity. You're not chasing him off of screens. You're not so scared to help off of him and pick and pops. He's a serviceable, very good shooter that can make you have good 5-out spacing. But Lauri Markkanen is a whole different level. Lauri Markkanen is the best shooter on this list, bar none. Like by
Very
far,
true.
he's the best shooter on this list. Huge difference there. He's better attacking the rim. He's better attacking closeouts. The stuff I just said Jaren Jackson Jr. is really good at. Lauri Markkanen is even better. There's a reason he's consistently averaging near 25 points per game on great efficiency these days. He's fantastic as a scorer. Not a good passer either, so I'm not going to pretend that that's like a huge difference there. But offensively, it's a wash. And I agree Jaren Jackson is a much better defender. I think Larry Markkinen's defense has been pretty good the past couple years.
If you think his Larry Markkinen's offensive gravity is like that, and if you think that sways you enough and you can disregard Jaren Jackson's defensive prowess, then okay, I can understand that's just like a
I wouldn't say I'm disregarding it. Thing. So spoiler, Larry Markkinen's 5. I put Draymond Green 1 above Jaren Jackson because I just respect what Draymond still brings. If you want to swap them and have Jackson at 6 for my list, then him and Larry are right next to each other. I don't think it's a big gap or anything. 5, 6, and 7 are really close. They're definitely
in the same range for sure.
Yeah, so I don't think it's crazy at all. Like, that's the tier. I think 8, 9, and 10 are like a separate tier from those guys to me. But yeah, what you just said, do I think Larry Markkinen's offense has that much gravity and is that game breaking? Yes, I do think so. I think he has legitimate impact there that I don't even know who to compare it to. But I saw somebody say early in the season he's like a 6'11" Klay Thompson with how he shoots this year and how you have to respect him as a shooter. And that's probably a little bit gas because Klay Thompson's like the second best shooter of all time. But in terms of like principle and what they're implying, I don't think it's crazy. I think you do it to respect him at that level. You chase him off of screens. Like he is a huge problem offensively. And I don't think he's a bad defender anymore by any means.
I wouldn't call him a bad defender either. I think that's a stretch. But at the same time too, yeah. As long as we're on agreement that they're in the same tier, Jaren Jackson Jr. and Larry Markkinen, with what you said, you would flip. I'm fine. Okay. No hands will be thrown.
Okay.
Hey man, listen, let's get to top 5, bro. Let's get to top 5.
I can't fucking believe that Scotty Barnes is not in y'all's top 5. Let me see.
Nah, we're good.
Let's just reveal them all. Bam, bam, bam. My top 5 is 1 Giannis, 2 Zion, 3 Paolo Banchero, 4 Scotty Barnes, 5 Larry Markkinen.
Let me go next. Number 1, Giannis. No one cares. 2, Pascal Siakam, my African king, my consistent king, my NBA champion, my NBA perennial
I can't
all-star.
say crazy though.
Number 2, 3, Zion Williamson, injury-riddled Zion Williamson. Zion Williamson, who doesn't play 60 games on a consistent basis. All right. 4, Paolo Banchero. Love this guy so much. He's one of my 3 favorite players in the entire NBA. But, you know, he's at number 4 because he's only like a second-year player so far. Number 5, Jaren Jackson Jr. That doesn't need to be discussed.
Okay, my 5. I have Giannis 1, Zion 2, Julius Randle 3, Jaren Jackson Jr. 4, Paolo at 5. Seeing this right now, I will say I will switch Paolo and Jaren Jackson Jr.
Okay.
I actually, I'm looking at that right now. If you want to put Paolo at 3, honestly, I'm cool with that too because I love Paolo. But for sure, I would switch Paolo and Jaren Jackson Jr.
Then that's fine. You guys, if you do that, you guys both have Jaren Jackson at 5. I have him at 7. You could argue for me to put him at 6 above Draymond if you want. That's cool. We're all in agreement on where Jaren needs to be range wise.
Yeah.
Yeah. Why is Paolo in your guys' top 5 and Scotty Barnes is not?
Listen, you know why.
Bag Twitter?
You know why. This game is about getting a bucket. It's about getting a bucket. Paolo goes out, gets a bucket every day. He plays with bums who can't shoot and is still out here dropping 30 in the playoffs. Paolo's out here. He is fighting for his life every single day. He's in Orlando. It's humid every day. It's like 90 degrees and just swamp water, bro. It's disgusting. He has to fight off alligators every single day driving to the facility. He has to deal with Jonathan Isaac being annoying every 20 seconds. Oh my God. He has life so bad. Franz Wagner just got paid for being a worse shooter than he was the year before. Paolo has so many things that he has to jump over. Yes, Paolo is better than Scotty Barnes. I pray every day for Paolo Banchero. I really want him to be in a good situation.
I have never fucking seen a more coddled player than Paolo Banchero.
Oh my
I like him a
goodness.
lot. I have him at 3. I agree he's really good. I have never seen somebody, when compared to other stars of his caliber, have all of their weaknesses fucking ignored. We pretend that Paolo has no problems.
I simply do not see it.
He is the least efficient volume shooter at his position in the fucking league.
Who's his point guard? Who are his spacers? What does he do? Like, bro,
talk about it.
It's tough. I have him at 3. I am the highest here, so I'm certainly not low on Paolo Banchero. But if you compare him to a Scotty Barnes, the gap is not large. I only have Paolo higher because he proved it in a playoff setting, and I think despite the inefficiency, you have to be inefficient in a playoff setting. You have to get out of the mud to a certain degree against a tough defensive matchup like the Cavs, and he did that. He rose to the occasion. What rising to the occasion means in a playoff setting for him is his mid-range shot fell more. he just simply made more shots. The process didn't change. He still doesn't get to the rim enough. He's still inefficient there. He still needs to work on other things. He is not a tier above Scotty Barnes to me.
Isaac, they were shooting 20% from 3 in a playoff game. He's fighting for his life.
That doesn't mean everybody's standing in the paint. That doesn't mean you can't score at the rim. Like, we act like this is like he's playing with a 1980s team where we have 4 post players just posted like this. That's not reality.
Listen. I get on people all the time for doing hypotheticals. I'm going to do it right now. If you give Paolo Banchero Emmanuel Quickly as his point guard, bro, first of all, they're beating the Cavs, right? That's one. They might get to the conference final. I don't know, right?
We all rank Jalen Suggs above Emmanuel Quickly, by the way.
Listen, Emmanuel Quickly, listen, he can shoot though, right? I'm just talking about fit.
Don't get Jalen Suggs. He shot 38%.
I'm just talking about fit. He doesn't have the bag Emmanuel Quickly does. He can't do this. He can't do that. That's not him.
The floater. Oh my God.
That's what Paolo needs, right? You already have 2 defensive demons. Take one of them. Go get an offensive demon, right?
All right, we're talking so much about Paolo Banchero. I don't know why I'm focusing on him.
I just need that.
I have Paolo the highest. I don't know why I'm talking about him. Why is Scotty Barnes not better than Jaren Jackson fucking Jr.?
Nah, bro. I just vibes. I just don't want him on my team. Like, I'd rather...
You hate Canadians so much. Scotty Barnes is excellent.
I'd rather have... I actually would rather have, like, Jaren Jackson. I don't know, bro. Like, the ceiling that we talk about for Scotty Barnes, I don't know. I've never been super high on the ceiling for Scotty Barnes. I think that he is really, really good. But when we talk about, like, top 5... it also comes to like fit. And I think that Jaren Jackson Jr. and his defensive ability and being able to put him there and having somebody who can defend the rim like that and shoot, I actually kind of would like that on a lot of other teams rather than Scotty Barnes. And if Scotty is your best player, which is what he like profiles out to be right now, I don't know how good your team is going to be. So it might be a little bit different.
That's my main
You compare him with a Donovan Mitchell, and he'll be a perfectly fine second option. He's a very versatile defender. He can shoot off ball. He can cut. He can set screens. Scotty Barnes is the most versatile forward on this list, I think. Maybe Larry Markkin's more versatile just because the shooting's stronger, but Scotty Barnes is a jack of all trades. And if you don't prefer that, you want a master of one, go for it. But he can do so much. He brings so much to the little, like the dirty work stuff that most stars don't want to do. I would not be worried at all about him playing next to other stars.
we call them stars.
I mean, an all-star team. I don't know. I mean,
he's a
low-level all-star for sure. He's low-level. He's low-level.
He got it.
He's a star. We're just
handing that title.
He's not. I don't want.
He's a low-level star. He's just barely cusping it. So I understand what you're saying.
We're just
but
putting star out there.
Franchise players, whatever you want to say, whatever you want to label it, the guys on a team.
Everybody gets a max.
He's one of the more versatile.
Everybody's a franchise player.
Oh my god.
Term doesn't mean anything anymore.
All right, fuck this. We're focusing on Scotty Barnes. I think y'all are tripping. That's fine. Why the fuck is Pascal Siakam number 2?
What have you not seen from Pascal Siakam that wouldn't grant him a number 2, considering
a consistent playoff run?
This on me.
A consistent playoff run
on me. Why does he go to number 2 for you? Don't tell me why he's not.
No, answer my question first, and I'll answer yours.
No, I asked you a question first.
I asked you a question first.
No, you didn't.
Yes,
you didn't. You didn't. He asked you the question.
I just wanted to say that I asked you a question first. So
we transitioned to
Pascal.
I
also said that first.
And he asked you the question.
No, you did not.
Okay. I literally did. You repeated me.
I'm going to say this again. I said it first. So now I just said it first. So answer my
now
question. Now
you said it
first.
third.
No, I did not. Okay. Big for.
We got to go over the concept of first.
We could do that. But real spill. The consistency that Pascal Siakam has shown throughout the last 5 years of his game. Okay, 5 years stretch. Actually, no. 5 years is correct because 2019 he won an NBA championship. I haven't seen that from Zion just yet. Obviously, I think Zion is the better player, but with Siakam's body of work, I deem him higher and I give him that credit because also he stays healthy on a consistent basis. Zion does not, and I don't know what I'm getting out of Zion when I enter an NBA season. I have fears. I don't know if I'm going to see him when March rolls around, when December sometimes comes around. With Siakam, I don't have those types of fears. When it comes to Paolo Banchero,
if it's the injury thing, I get it.
Yeah,
if it's the injury thing, I understand. That is fine. Zion's just so much better. But if you want to do the injury game, that's fine with me. That's your criteria. Go for it.
Yeah.
Now, why is he better than Paolo?
Now, when it comes to Paolo Banchero, again, him as the number 1, his flaws are a little bit concerning. But if you want to go ahead and psych me up to making Paolo number 2, that's okay. But I just see, again, Siakam's body of work. I know what I'm getting at him on both ends. There's literally nothing on the court that like hurts his ceiling compared to when I look at Paolo right now.
What is his ceiling?
Now again, Siakam
Yes.
or Paolo? Well,
Pascal.
Siakam's ceiling is like it being a great number 2. Paolo's ceiling is being the number 1 option. That's what he is supposed to be. If he's the number 2, that kind of like devalues him a little bit. He's supposed to be a number 1. But for number 1, if you have trouble, knowing when you're supposed to pick your spots, again, I don't think it's specifically him. I think more so it's like team construction too as well. But that's why like it's a little bit of politics too, because I can't have Banchero at number 2 and then because that just sounds a little bit crazy. Can't say that yet. I
promise you Siakam sounds crazier. I promise you.
It does not.
If you're worried about perception, Paolo Banchero at 2 is a much better, more understandable argument.
Definitely
And listen,
definitely is not.
Paolo's a much better passer than Siakam. Defensively, sure.
Siakam is.
It's hard to gauge Siakam's defense these days. He's not quite what he was a few years ago when he was like extremely good. If you want to say he's a little bit better than Paolo these days, go for it. Paolo's still young. He's still developing.
But okay,
no, it's not. Siakam is not out here being a stopper like he once was.
No one's a stopper, but definitely better.
Scorer, he's more efficient because he's a second option. He wasn't that efficient either when he was a 1 option. Do you think Siakam's a better scorer than Paolo Banchero?
I think Paolo Banchero has that ability to consistently get you 30 a night. No, not
Is he better? Who's a better scorer? Just straight up, name one. Just say one word, one name. Who's a better scorer?
I'm not answering your question like that. What the fuck? No, I'm not doing that.
Because if you say Banchero, there's no argument. That's a nail in the coffin.
No, I'm not. No, I'm not. You're looking at it in a fucking vacuum, and I'm not doing that. That's the wrong way to look at it when you're having this specific type of argument, and you're just too boxed into your zone. That's literally it. Now,
I think this is the exact argument you should look at it in a vacuum.
No, it's not. That's the wrong way to look at it. That's the wrong way to look at it. When I'm thinking about Siakam, I think about a complete body of work. Paolo just simply doesn't have that just yet. I trust him more, and I know what he is.
I don't know. I mean, I'm not trying to rank who's had the better career. I'm not really so concerned with what he did 4 years ago. It's like, who was better last year? Who will be better next year? Like, combine, like, whatever you interpret that. Who's better right now? But okay, that's fine. I whatever. Let's shift our attention. Let's shift our attention to the other motherfucker here. Why is Randall number 3? Too much on Mo. Over to you. Why the fuck is Julius Randle number 3?
Because he's like that. It's just it's just plain and simple. No, Julius Randle, obviously, like the injury.
He has a Skechers deal. You know that?
He has a what?
By Skechers.
I'm not talking about aura right now. I'm just talking about production. And if you
Mo's like, can never be me.
If you want to talk about like the playoff injuries, okay, yeah, I'm there with you, because it has been very disappointing over the last couple of years where Randle hasn't necessarily been himself because he's been injured. He wasn't there last year in the playoffs, and the Knicks really could have needed him. It really does suck. I do understand if you say that. However, like we said earlier, he plays basically 70 games a season. Like, he is going to be out there and he's going to be a part of your team, and he is dependable on that front. 2, he had a bad year coming off of his first really breakout season with the Knicks. He's come back, and I think that Randle is a really good scorer. I think his playmaking from when we first saw him in New York to where it is now, I think it has elevated a lot, because that first team was awful, and he still has moments of very black hole tunnel vision, right? Bull in the China shop. I'm just gonna put my head down, try to get to the rim, but it has improved. The defense is cool. I just think that like Randle is a little bit underrated from a lot of people, and for somebody that is 25 and 10, like, we remember the Knicks and everything that they were doing post Randle injury, and a lot of it was like, yo, shout out to Jalen Brunson, because we never thought that you can be out here. But they were 15-2 with Randle, with Brunson, with OG, and that's because they were all clicking. And so when you have 2 guys of that caliber clicking, and you have somebody who's 24-10, 25-10 every single night, like, that means something.
Mo, do you want to argue, or do you want to just point and laugh?
Can we give him a shame?
Stop it. He had Siakam at 2. He had Siakam at 2. You can't say that.
Shame.
You can't say that. You can't say that.
Shame.
You can't say that. You had Siakam at 2.
I think you both deserve shame.
Okay,
maybe I deserve shame for putting Jaren Jackson too low, so be it. But
Oh,
Wait,
yeah,
who
you
is the
definitely
craziest ranking here? Which one, besides Jarris Walker? What's the craziest ranking here?
Now, I will say
Besides
though,
Darius Walker?
I will say, I love my Knicks because of the situation in which Julius Randle came to the Knicks. My love for him is always conditional. So if he comes out here and starts very poorly, yo, you back down to 14, buddy. Like I'm gonna need you to keep it up.
14.
I'm gonna need you
love
to. I'm gonna need you to keep it up. But you know, it's good vibes right now in the summer, so you're very high up.
Now, again, if you guys remember in this conversation that we've had, goalpost moving. All right. Next season, don't let Siakam score like 19, 20 points a game. I'm goalpost
19,
moving.
20 for the second best power forward in the league. The bar is awful.
Goalpost moving, and Banchero's going to be number 2. Zion might be number 2. All right. Goalpost moving. So
You already know that I'm like person number 1 when it comes to injuries. Zion will put Siakam in a body bag every single game. Like there's just at that point, there's just no reason to have Zion at
they probably
at like.
I mean,
he has to be 2. He has to be 2.
You either rank Zion 2 or you rank him 25 because you think he's never going to be healthy. Pick one.
Yeah.
no, I don't think that. Obviously, you're joking, but
Not
I
that
don't think
dramatic.
it's
Obviously, I'm
right.
joking.
Yeah.
I'm joking that dramatically, but like to go from 2 to 3, like if you think someone could be 3 but they can't be 2, like
Why?
the talent gap is big enough between Siakam and Zion that if you're gonna give him the nod over Paolo, I think it also has to be above Siakam.
Yeah, I can't do that. I can't do that at all.
Fair
Because
enough.
obviously, like, yo, I mean, Zion's Zion at the end of the day. Sorry, Paulo.
Yeah.
Wow.
This is
list.
fun.
This is the craziest list we've had. This is wild.
This is fun. Listen,
I don't think we've ever been so. We've never had such variety of opinions on a list before, especially not at the top. The top 10 was insane.
when the position is as I don't know, there's not really a definition for like what the 4 is. There's so many different kinds of power forwards, and also the talent gap in terms of like what the top 3, top 5 is down to the rest. It's a very clear split. So yeah, everybody's gonna have their guy. Everything's gonna be different. This is very funny though.
So
that was great.
Shout out.
if
shout out
anyone
Julius.
was to elevate on this list, predicting wise, next year, who could be like
Paolo
surefire,
at the end
number
of
2?
Paolo at the end of next year could be the second best power forward in the league.
I think next year the top 4 will look exactly how I have it now. Paolo and Barnes, I think, are going to prove you guys to be in the top 3 and 4. Shit, I guess I'm the ones projecting, which is fucking ironic as hell because I hate projecting.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think next year it'll look real similar to this.
Yeah, I think my top 3 next year will probably be Giannis, Paolo, Zion.
Giannis, Paulo, Zion. Okay.
I guess it just depends if Zion's healthy. Because if Zion's healthy, he's
Yeah.
still gonna be better than Paolo, I think. But who knows?
That team is so disgusting. So yeah, who cares? Who knows?
That's
Who
also
cares?
true. Yeah, it's a
Yeah.
bad situation.
Damn, man, what a wild ranking. All right, well, we don't have Nikhil here this week, as you guys can see with me pressing the buttons. So there's no producer corner. Sorry to tell you guys, he'll be back next week.
My
I gotta tell you
brains.
guys now, so you guys don't freak out when he's missing like he died. He'll be back. So with that being said, Mo, what time is it?
They know
You
what
almost
time
said
it is.
You almost said Donovan.
Donovan knows what
The other
time
one?
it is. It's TikTok time. Let's go.
Welcome to TikTok time. Once again today, we are starting with a draft. And today we're going to do a build-a-player draft with only left-handed players.
Let's
Okay.
go. Let's do it. I'm ready.
So yeah, you guys know how this works. We draft a player by picking somebody's body, shooting, defense, finishing, and passing, and to create the perfect player. So we'll see who knows their lefties better. Mo, did you use ChatGPT today?
No, I'm not on PEDs right now.
Thank God. We need to have a clean race.
Clean race.
The draft order is me, Mo, Donovan.
Okay.
So, I don't even thought where do I want to start? What's the
So
biggest
interesting.
upper hand?
Oh, I get the double.
Yeah, this is tough. I don't know where to start. I didn't think about this beforehand. Okay. Okay. Let's draft the best left-handed player possible. To start off, give me David Robinson's defense.
Very,
Yeah, I know you wanted his body.
I should have.
I never wanted David
You're wild
Robinson's
for
I know you
body
wanted
a
that
day in
super
my
soldier
life.
gazelle.
You're wild. You're not lying, but you are wild.
Okay. So For shooting, give me James Harden.
I was wondering who would go with James Harden for what skill. It's kind of hard to pick which one.
I was
Yeah,
going to
I
take
was-
James for passing.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah. He's one of the best 3-point shooters in NBA history, too, so people forget that.
Facts. In terms of shot difficulty.
Yeah, and
Okay.
volume.
All right, well, if that's the case,
But not when the playoffs come around.
let me do this. Give me Bill Russell defense,
Oh, I forgot about Russell.
Damn,
Okay.
I wanted that.
and then see, this is tough. This is tough. Bill Russell defense, and give me Manu Ginobili passing.
Damn.
Okay. I don't think he's necessarily the best passer you could have picked. But
I
go
think
for it.
he's flamboyant.
Flamboyant.
Flamboyant. Okay.
That's a little
I
soft. Just say
I just
that.
want flair right now.
Okay.
Okay.
That's fair.
Your aura. It's fine.
Aura.
Where are we going next, Mo? Who's your flamboyant pick?
Okay, I don't have a flamboyant pick, but I do have an interesting pick. Okay. So I can go a lot of ways here. I can go so many ways, but I think I'm going to go ahead and do.
Dang, I did mess up.
that
I did mess up.
post pick clarity.
I
Oh,
should,
fuck.
I should not have done that.
Where are we going, Mo?
Okay.
Who are you picking for passing?
Passing. I'm not doing passing just yet.
I
I ain't
know.
doing passing just yet. Okay, so actually, you know what? I will do passing. I'm going to feed into it. Give me Mike Conley for passing.
Oh, okay. That's a nice vanilla pick.
Yeah,
nice.
very solid.
Slightly above average passer.
Exactly, very solid.
Give me, for body, give me big Mark Eaton. 7'4". Give me all of them.
Oh, okay, so we're doing bigs here. Okay, cool.
Okay.
Cool.
Okay. Makes sense.
And then for shooting, give me Chris Mullen.
See, that sucks.
Another great option. Okay.
I am surprised he fell to me.
That sucks.
Okay.
I thought that he was gonna fall to me on the way back.
Nope.
Okay.
I would never allow that.
Okay.
That's tough.
So for finishing, actually, for body. Ooh, damn.
You're saying like one syllable every 2 seconds.
Yeah.
Speak up.
Yeah, because I'm having constant battles and arguments in my mind between who I can pick, but I don't think I can genuinely go wrong because my guy's a demon. So
I know who you're picking. God damn it.
yeah. So for finishing, go ahead and give me Chris Bosh. Very versatile.
Oh, it's not who I
Finish
thought you were
all around
picking.
the
Okay.
range. And for body, give me DeAndre Jordan and his athleticism, bro.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Mo, you
That's
suck.
not where I thought you were
Mo,
going.
you suck.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. Let's figure out where we're gonna go here. You know what? For this is really tough because I messed up and I should have taken Manu somewhere else. But hey, such is life. Give me Ben Simmons' body.
Fuck, I needed that. I needed his passing.
You weren't gonna get that. I had to stop you from that. Yeah, give me
Would've
Ben
been cooked.
give me Ben Simmons passing, and then I'm trying to figure out who I want to do for shooting, and I'm going through
Greg
my
Monroe's
list.
right there.
He is right there. This sucks. You know what? Underrated pick. We talk a lot about people that other people don't really know. Y'all don't remember Michael Redd. Give me Michael Redd for shooting.
Okay. For shooting, you said?
Yeah.
I don't think you remember Michael Redd, but I'll allow it.
Oh no.
Wow.
I do.
Okay.
I fear the deer. Trust me.
Okay. So for defense, go ahead and give me someone who was way ahead of his time. Tayshaun Prince.
Wait, how does Mo have his team finish now?
Oh, did you not
Oh,
double
Mo
up?
picked. Mo, you doubled up on Jordan and Bosch. You weren't supposed to.
I didn't pick Jordan. I didn't pick Jordan. Oh, DeAndre Jordan.
Yeah, you doubled up.
You did.
We gotta rewind, y'all.
Rewind.
Y'all,
You
y'all
don't
can't
get
be
that.
serious.
You don't get that.
Y'all can't
You
be
did. You weren't
serious.
supposed to double up. You're in the middle. You doubled up.
Y'all let me double up. It's not my fault. Y'all were sleeping. Y'all did not take advantage.
Well, we can't make the TikTok if you fucking double up. It doesn't make sense. So we have to go back.
You guys are screwing me, cooking me. This is on
You
purpose.
screwed yourself. What do you mean? All right, so let's rewind. Mo picked Bosch. So now Donovan, you have double picks. DeAndre
Collusion.
Jordan's still on the board.
For body, give me DeAndre Jordan.
Oh, good pick.
I'm throwing rocks at your house. Oh my God. I'm pissing on your lawn. Oh my God. I'm throwing eggs at your house. I'm TPing your house. Don't come outside. Please don't. I'm waiting for you.
And then for shooting, actually no, for finishing, give me Ben Simmons.
Fuck, I thought how many
No,
you
no, no, no,
forget.
no.
Ah!
No.
You thought you were running off on one, but you're not.
Damn it. So close.
Okay.
All right, Mo, it's your turn now. Go ahead. Take whoever you want.
I wanted a demon. I wanted someone who was unguardable. But you know what? Someone
Wait, did you double up last time too? Because you still have 4 people.
shut the fuck up.
Damn it, you ruined the whole draft. It doesn't make sense anymore. Okay, Prince was your second pick last time, right? I think it was Prince.
All right, we have to go back.
Yeah, Prince was my last. Oh my God.
Yeah, okay, so the Prince pick didn't happen. So now I pick Prince again.
So you're taking Prince.
No, you are. It's your pick, but you have two. You never pick Prince, so you can pick Prince again right now.
Okay, yeah. So you didn't have to delete it. Okay, cool. Yeah, Prince.
Okay. I'll just edit that in that way. What a scuff draft, y'all. This is hilarious. If you're watching the final product, it'll look a lot smoother than this. But okay, so you got Tony Prince. This man was doubling up every time. And nobody noticed.
I thought I was gonna run off with one. Damn.
I was like, how do you have so many players?
Okay.
Okay, to my turn. Finishing and passing are available. Listen, I'm making a big man. Give me one of the better passing big men in the league. Give me DeMontis Sabonis
Okay.
for passing.
Okay.
Okay.
You know what?
DHO merchant.
Let's throw a wrench in all of this. For finishing, give me De'Aaron Fox.
Whoa.
I am
that's-
getting to the rim like a point guard. I'm a demigod.
Okay.
But
I
De'Aaron
like
Fox's past season was not finishing like that, brother. His superpowers is finished.
That is cool. That is cool.
Gotcha.
Listen, I'm getting to the rim like a point guard and Mark Eaton's body. I will not complain.
Okay. Back to me. Give me someone again ahead of his time. Shout out to the old forwards. Lamar Odom.
For body?
Yeah, for body.
Okay, this man is long.
Yes, sirree. You know how I'm doing?
Where are we going, Donovan?
For shooting, I want somebody who, listen, they've turned themselves into a very, very good shooter, right? Very underrated left-handed player. Give me LeBron James as my shooter.
Sorry, brother.
He's left-handed.
But he's not in the NBA. You don't get LeBron James.
He
No.
signs all his checks with his left hand. Can I do that?
We are not in a check signing competition.
This is about left-handed NBA players, and he checks out as a right-handed one.
We're gonna go ahead and write Michael Redd down. You already picked him.
Michael Beasley, go ahead. Michael Redd, Michael Beasley. Choose one of them Michaels, and you're good.
I think it should count.
I'm sure you
Sorry,
do think
sir.
that.
You've
I do
been
not give a fuck.
outvoted. You've been outvoted by the committee.
So my player
I
is Mark
remember.
Eaton.
See, now we got to throw a flag because I remember, right? We've
No.
allowed worse.
No.
No, we
We've
haven't.
allowed worse.
That's literally lying.
So my body is Mark Eaton. My shooting is Chris Mullin. My defense is David Robinson. My finishing at the rim is De'Aaron Fox, and my passing is Sabonis.
Fake passer.
Solid player. Yeah, DHO merchant. Okay, so my body is Lamar Odom, shooting James Harden, pulling 8, 9, 3 of them holes a game with a step back two. What you gonna do about it? Absolutely
Do it again.
nothing.
Do it again. Let me see that. Nice.
And then I got prime Tayshaun Prince. I was about to say Torian, but Tayshaun Prince on defense too.
Prime Tayshaun Prince.
Whew, special. And then I got the finishing of 6'11", technically 7 foot, Chris Bosh. And I got Mike Conley for
Technically
passing.
doesn't- okay.
Solid.
You have a very nice B+ player in a lot of areas.
My player is
All right.
special.
I
The
have
James Harden shooting really brings them together with that height.
all right. Here's what I have for body. I have DeAndre Jordan. Shooting, I have Michael Redd. Defense, I have Bill Russell. Finishing, Ben Simmons. Passing, Manu Ginobili. I have the perfect stretch five.
Until you see
Ben
Mark
Simmons-
Eaton's big ass shooting threes like Chris Mullin. You're like, oh, there is a more perfect stretch five.
Yeah, exactly.
DeAndre Jordan's pretty big himself too, though, so not a huge difference.
And he's jumping over Mark Eaton as well. So
Jumping over. Okay.
Not with David Robinson fucking swatting shots. We're clotheslining DeAndre Jordan.
prime Ben Simmons, he could dunk on some people.
Couldn't dunk on Trae Young, though. Tragic.
Oof.
My bad.
All right, the next thing we're gonna do, I think you're gonna show us something, Mo. And what is it?
Yes. So over the last few really months, year, we've been over here guessing NBA players, whether it be by their eyes, by their baby pictures, or by their celebrity lookalikes. This time around, we have another bag. We have another layer added into our bag. And I want
Okay.
y'all to go ahead and guess the NBA player by their nose.
Okay.
We did so many variations. We did eyes, mouth. Nose is simply the next
We
logical
did
step.
we did voice before.
Yeah,
I did
voice
voice,
as
yeah.
well. Ooh,
Voice is hard.
Okay.
I
All
know.
right. So I want to see if you guys can guess the NBA player by their nose. First up, who is this player?
I see that mustache and I immediately think of one man, one prophet, one theorizer.
I see a chief.
You see a chief.
Ooh.
Hella.
I see Kyrie Irving.
Okay. Correct. Damn it.
It's too easy.
That big brain was jumping through the screen.
Is his nose that distinguishable or is it his mustache combination?
Both.
Yeah,
I see them cheekbones coming up.
Okay.
I recognize that smile.
Okay. That was easy.
Let's
Next
start with
up,
an easy one.
guess this player.
Oh,
That looks like G Herbo.
He does. Oh my God.
That
However,
looks exactly like G Herbo.
see, this is a little tough because I feel like you can go a couple different ways with it. But
Yeah.
he is light skinned. Something about that mustache just seems a little bit off, right?
Really?
And the skin is thrown off. His skin is so clear. He looks so smooth. I don't know.
Now, if you're thinking about men in the NBA and who cares about their skin like that, I feel like a lot of the younger generation, they really put a lot of time and care into their skin routines. I think I have a guess.
Go for it.
Is this the ex Splash Brother Jordan Poole?
You are not correct.
No,
No?
I'm just gonna go with the low hanging fruit, light skin. We gotta guess every time. Is this Jason Tatum?
This is Jason Tatum.
Oh my god, that never worked.
It's low
It
hanging
finally
fruit,
worked.
but it
Really?
finally hit. Yeah.
It finally worked. That never
Olympic
happens.
Tatum, bro.
We always say his name and it's not him.
You finally got one. Congratulations.
There we go.
Dang, his mustache is separated?
Yeah. Steve Kerr got him in the blender, bro.
The man is looking lush. That man's using face mask. He has the gel mask on it now. He's looking smooth.
Charcoal
It's
mask?
just a low
Everything.
cut. Just say you're attracted to him, Isaac.
LMA is getting him right.
Next player. Who is this guy?
This man is old.
He is cheesing. That is a wide smile.
He got a lot
Who's
to
a
be happy
smiler
about, man.
like this?
Yep.
Who
He
grins?
said he's old. How
Who's
many
a
old
gr-
players do we have in the NBA right now?
Just a couple.
Let's run through the
Yeah.
Gramps. It's not Haslam's retired. It's one less Gramp.
It's not him. It's not
It's
Kyle
not PJ
Lowry.
Tucker.
Al
It's not Chris Paul.
Horford.
Listen, I feel like we only have one option to go with this.
Feeling a little.
Ew, crowning himself.
This is LeBron James.
Damn it, it is LeBron James. All right, you guys are on
Yep.
a roll right now. This next one's actually going to be really hard. These next few
I know
are going to be
knows.
hard. All right. If you don't know so much, who is this guy?
Oh, is
All
that
right, man.
that's Tyler Hero?
That's your guess? You're wrong. Next guess.
What?
You ain't
This
getting
looks
this.
like Mose from The Office. This is Mose Shroot.
No.
I'm stuck.
You guys are not getting this.
This Austin Reeves?
Nope, it's not Austin
no.
Reeves.
This
This
not
is
Austin
European.
Reeves.
This is European player, right?
This JJ Redick?
No, it's not JJ Redick.
No, bro. That is a Balkan nose. That's a European player, isn't it?
Balkan nose specifically. And I don't know. You tell me.
Who are the whites?
This nose is useful.
Who are the ethnic whites?
You sure? You sure this is a spicy white?
Who does Gilbert Arenas hate? Who does Gilbert Arenas hate? I don't know. I'm stumped. Who is it?
He said Donovan said, "Is this a spicy white?" He's not even spicy white. This is Lonzo Ball.
Oh,
Lonzo Ball.
Shit.
This is Lonzo Ball. Who would have knew?
I was so wrong. It's
That's
unbelievable.
crazy. I mean, he's light. He's bright.
Nah, his European genetics were hitting hard when he
This
was,
picture
when
is
his mom
so
was in his
bright.
dome
I've
bag.
never seen him looking brighter than this picture.
Yeah.
This is crazy.
My bad, Lonzo.
You said spicy white. That's not that bad.
No, that is bad. He's not that. Or at least I thought.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay.
And y'all are in the blender right now. All right. Who is this player?
Oh, I
He
have
be smelling a
absolutely no
lot.
idea.
He be smelling a lot.
You smelling a lot?
Smelling or
Not,
smiling?
he don't smell bad. I wouldn't know that. Those accusations are not on me.
I don't know. Is this Trey Murphy?
He
No,
wouldn't give
but
us that.
you're not extremely far off at all.
Not extremely far.
I like
this
where you're
is,
thinking.
this is tough. This is tough.
It's
I
not
like
Herb
where you're thinking.
Jones.
Nope.
It's not Brandon Ingram.
Nope. Not her.
He'd be
It's not.
smelling.
It's
it.
not, it's not CJ.
Okay, let's take it with the smelling a lot part because that was just bullshit. that means nothing.
Who's a big sniffer? Interesting.
Okay, I promise he's not a sniffer. Please don't take that to heart.
This is tough. This is tough.
I have no idea who this is.
Really? You have no
This is-
idea.
Nothing is coming to mind.
Okay.
I'm,
Look at
I'm,
the
I'm
other
cooked.
black
I throw
man on
in
your
the white
screen.
flag.
Look at the other
I
black
lost.
men on your screen.
Is this
bro,
Mikal Bridges?
Donovan, you just blew up the spot because this is Mikal Bridges. How did you not know?
This is tough. This is
Donovan, you look in the mirror way too much to not know this was Mikal Bridges.
this is much harder than what I thought it was going to be.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was tough. I didn't know Mikal's nose looked like that.
Yeah.
Now I have to
thought
pay
I would've
attention
gave
to
it away 'cause
noses this
you-
year. Oh my god,
You and him have the same exact nose, Donovan.
I got to really
Without a
lock
doubt.
in.
Without a doubt. Who is this player?
I thought that was LeBron again. I don't even know.
Nah, wrong old black man. Sorry.
Ugh.
This Kyle Lowry,
No, not
No.
Kyle Lowry.
Demar.
No, not DeMar.
Oh, we're just rattling off old dudes.
Yeah,
Old black guys.
Not DeMar, not Kyle Lowry.
or the older black guys.
I will say
this
he
is
was
hard.
teammates with one of those guys. He was teammates with one of those guys.
Was teammates with one of those guys.
No,
With
actually, I
you-
lied. He played on. Actually, I lied. They weren't teammates. They a transaction was
Great.
swapped for them. Yeah.
The
Fantastic.
transaction. So so Demar has been traded. He was traded to San Antonio. That was for Kawhi.
Is this a current player?
Is this Kawhi
Player's
Leonard?
actually not in the NBA anymore. Freshly.
Oh,
Is this LaMarcus Aldridge? I don't know.
No, he's freshly out of the NBA.
Joe Johnson?
No. He's like freshly out of the NBA, like real fresh.
Real fresh.
Yeah.
He just got the boot.
Pat
Yeah,
Bev.
he just got the boot. This is Patrick Beverly. Oh my God. Yes.
Oh, they just deported his ass. Okay.
Yeah, send his ass straight to Israel. God damn, boy. Oh my God. Yeah.
Rest in piss, bozo. Damn.
Shout out to the Pat Bev pod though.
I didn't see that whatsoever.
Yeah.
That was incredibly hard.
Wow.
Yeah, I got
Yeah,
you guys
wow,
in the blender
man.
now.
I'm gonna have
Next
to be
player.
like,
I'm getting cooked. I'm not a real man nowhere like Mo is. We gotta
Listen.
switch seats again.
he did this from memory.
Listen. Who is this player?
Is this Giannis?
Stop the count. This is Giannis.
It's Giannis,
Wow, what
right?
gave it away so fast?
I know him.
The nose.
I know him. Yeah.
Yeah. I know Giannis.
Okay.
I've seen my
This is
glorious
honest.
Greek man.
Okay. You got it. We
Yeah.
got one.
Now who in the blender? Who's in the blender?
You're in the blender.
All right, you
Not
got one more player. Who is this guy?
Skinny
Who
face.
is this man?
Is this Kyle Lowry?
No. Do you think Kyle Lowry has a skinny face? No.
Is this a hard one? Is this a twist at the end?
Is this DeMar
No,
DeRozan?
it's not a real twist.
Is this Theo
Damn, you
Pinson?
wanted to be DeMar so bad.
Yeah, I
Is
really
this
don't
Theo
know who it
Pinson?
is.
Theo.
Nah,
No.
Theo
Shout out
Dart.
to his podcast, but no.
Theo Dart.
Thaddeus Young.
Nope.
Who got them eye bags like that?
Thanasis.
Nope, not the Nats.
Dame.
This guy's.
Fuck knows that
not
Dame.
Dame. Not Dame. Not Dame. Dame's lighter than this.
Al-Farouq Aminu.
No, this guy's an
I know, it's
actual good player.
Actual good player.
It is a good player?
Yeah.
Like
It's an
all-star?
all-star.
Yes.
Oh, it's an all-star.
Who look like
Not
that?
DeMarcus Cousins. Who
Now,
is
this player did sustain an injury that makes him look undistinguishable sometimes when it comes to close-ups. This injury
fuck
happened
does that
last
mean?
year.
A facial injury.
Yeah.
Who
Is
got
this Joel
smacked in-
Embiid?
No, not Joel Embiid.
Who got their
He's
face
that
broke?
that level of elite though, for sure.
Is this Shai Gilgeous-Alexander?
This is Shea Gorgeous Alexander. Look at the nose. It's so perfect, so slim. bro.
Oh,
talking about
because you
slim.
cut off the sides of the face and made it look skinny, but you just didn't show all the way to the edge.
Again, I'm a manipulator.
So I said Shai Gilgeous-Alexander.
Yes, look
You're
at
a
this
mutt.
facial. Look at this shot.
Yes.
Look at this shot, bro. Just call me a mutt.
No, I said
You
much.
said much.
I said a
What did
mutt.
you say?
I thought he said mutt like a dog. I'm like, what?
Like a dog. You thought he called you a filthy animal?
But yeah.
That's crazy. Yeah.
The first thing you point out is that his face was harmed because you're paying that much attention to it last year. You are ridiculous.
He did. I think he got elbowed in the face or whatever, and like he almost jeopardized. I forgot who did it too. Whoever did it. should
You were
be in
praying for
jail
his
right
aura?
now.
You were praying for his
a
aura.
lot. Praying for a lot, brother. But that's the clip.
All right, man. Next thing we're gonna do, we're gonna do something we did. Actually, no, we're gonna do something else first.
Okay.
We're gonna talk about. There's a lot of talk about, is LeBron, are players scared of him? Does he intimidate his opponents? All this shit that people will say, like, he wasn't striking fear in his opponents like Kobe was and all this stuff.
Lame.
We're going to talk about that. So I'm going to name 2 NBA players. You're going to tell me which one was scarier to root against when your team played them.
I'm
Talk to
gonna
me.
put myself in a position of a fan, not even a fan, as a player. Who would I would not want to guard?
Yeah, who would strike fear in your heart if you were playing against them? Or
Okay.
rooting against them, either one.
Okay.
First name, Paul George or Damian Lillard?
Dame. Easy.
Dame. In a heartbeat too.
In a heartbeat.
Do you know how
Because
many
if
game
Dame
winners
gets
that
going-
Damian Lillard has?
Bro, if Dame gets going, Dame can get you 70. Like,
Yeah.
you have to guard him so high up. And Paul George, like, listen, sometimes he might be himself. But with Dame, the work starts 94 feet. We're gonna have to pick him up. We're gonna have to make sure to get the ball out his hands. He does so much.
Shit.
I'm
After
I
2019,
wanna do
Paul
that.
George himself might be scared of playing Damian Lillard. Like, we've seen this head-to-head.
Yeah, exactly. Now, Paul George does have plenty of highlights, some posters, and also some crossovers, but they don't match up to the caliber that Dame has done over the time of his career.
Okay. Real easy one to start off. LeBron James or Kobe Bryant?
Ooh.
It's Kobe. It's Kobe. I wouldn't want to play LeBron because but you know that like LeBron's gonna come out here 27, 7-7. It really doesn't matter. He's gonna do what LeBron does, and it's just gonna be like, I can't really do anything. Kobe gonna hiss at you, just and you're just like,
He
what is
hiss at
happening
me?
right now?
I'm going
What's
to
going
Kobe
on?
get this
Real mean
freak
about
off
it.
the court. We playing basketball and he hissing at me. What? No.
I just don't know what's gonna happen. It's the unknown.
If I was playing, listen, that's easy to say. I'm sure all those motherfuckers that had to play LeBron in the East for all those years felt hopeless as shit. You said he's gonna get his 27, 7-7. Like, it's nothing. I'm gonna be scared as shit because I can't stop that, and nothing I can do is gonna fucking matter because Brown LeBron is just gonna do whatever he wants. That's
Yeah.
horrifying.
But you know,
Exactly.
he's also bigger and stronger, right? So you're like, hey, if you're that big, you're that fast, go ahead, do what you do. Kobe, tactician, right? You're like, I don't
Bro.
know. I feel like I should be able to stay in front, and I can't.
Both LeBron know.
Well, I think being bigger and stronger is pretty scary.
You might
Nah,
not
sometimes I'm
breathe the
just
same the
annoyed.
next day if you have to guard LeBron James. You're not going to walk the same if you have to guard LeBron James. While also being a tactician, LeBron is that
What?
too. But he's... What did I say that was crazy?
Did you say you're not going to walk the same after guarding LeBron James?
Yeah, because he's going straight through your chest. You're
Listen,
getting destroyed.
You're not gonna sleep the same after you play Kobe Bryant. It's gonna be different. He's giving you nightmares. The day before, the day after, it's Kobe.
I will not pretend LeBronto didn't happen. We gave this guy the key to an international city because he was this horrifying to an organization.
It's not my fault Kyle Lowry can't make shots. It's not on me. It's not my fault Mark Jones is an amazing commentator. We're catching.
Oh my gosh.
We're catching phrases. That's not my fault. I'm sorry.
You're giving credit to Mark Jones now. You're such a level of hater
Shout
that
out-
I've never seen before.
Shout out Mark Jones. I love Mark Jones.
Shout out Mark Jones. Next one, Steph Curry or Nikola Jokic.
Steph.
Damn.
This is so hard. As a Lakers fan, this fucking Serbian motherfucker has been terrorizing me for 2 years.
Sir.
I can tell you firsthand, it is horrifying to root against this man that you know is going to make the right play every single time down the court. It's awful. But also, I remember 2016.
The type of
And if
irritation.
you watched-
Go ahead.
If you watched unanimous MVP Steph Curry walk through your team's doors on a random February during his MVP run, there was nothing more horrifying.
If his teammate was, if this was like Draymond and Steph in a tandem, and I got to like experience those screens as well, then I'm 110% leaning the Steph's way.
Oh,
But-
Andrew Bogut screen? Oof.
Andrew Bogut screens? Are you kidding me? Bro, I like my kneecaps actually. I intend to walk when I'm 50, 60 years old. That being said, I'm leaning with Nikola Jokic. He's scarier for sure because there's no solving, scheming, game planning around that at all.
If you loaded up NBA 2K16, you would know that Steph Curry is one of the scariest players that you have ever played against. It's Steph.
Okay, but at the same time too,
Steph put a man in the hospital. What are we talking about here?
Nikola
Nearly
Jokic
killed a
has-
man on the court.
Yeah,
Listen,
true.
If you want to talk about putting men in the hospital, Markieff Morris was never the same.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm talking about just from basketball, not from extracurriculars. Just because he couldn't.
If
stay
you want
with him.
extracurricular though too, Jokic got two big ass brothers in the stands waiting for you to try some any second. He got shooters around the building. I dare you. I'm leaning with Jokic.
I mean, listen, if this was like an episode of Power or something, yeah, I'm scared of Jokic. But like, if we're just talking basketball, I don't want to play Curry.
I don't want to play either of these guys.
What's the worst thing
Okay.
that could happen if you play Curry, bro, and you like, yeah,
You
I'm-
die. What do you mean?
You lose 3 finals.
Your legacy gets tarnished forever.
I guess.
Jalen Brunson or Draymond Green.
Ooh, this is.
I mean, Draymond might kill you, right?
Yeah.
Like you might just upset him to where you might end up unconscious.
He's
You
knocking the
might
Sonic
receive
coins
violent
out of you.
retribution.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. With Jalen Brunson, like,
It's more
he
annoying.
just gives you a bunch of nice buckets. Annoying for sure. He's going to hit you with one of these, and I'm going to be like, all right, bro, you're doing too much. But that's normal. With Draymond Green, you're not walking out the arena the same way that you walked in the arena. You're going to be in a wheelchair. Your face might have some inflammation. Your ribs might be cracked. I'm leaning Jalen Brunson. Or Draymond Green for sure.
Inflammation.
Yeah. Draymond is so much scarier.
You might be infertile after the game.
True.
Jesus Christ.
The imagery you created in my head is so brutal on multiple occasions. Damn.
Steven Adams, I'm so sorry.
Listen, all that
On
house
multiple
white picket
occasions.
fence, dream is gone. It's over. He ruins the American dream.
Draymond ruins the American dream. Next up, Joel Embiid or Jimmy Butler?
Talking about, did you put a nose ring on Joel?
No, that's an eye. That just happened by accident. The
Oh, okay.
It's so funny.
I was like, when did you show up with that? If Jimmy looks like this, I don't want to play him.
Why?
I'm because I'm just scared of this picture.
Demons.
Exactly.
Start
I feel like
whispering
he's
in
just
your
gonna
ears.
like
I hear.
he's just gonna like reach out, and just stare at me. Just
Now the underworld gonna come out and grab your fucking ankle, bro, from the court. It's gonna be scary if you're paying this version of Jimmy Butler.
yeah, I don't know. I don't like that.
I
don't
think
like
I'd
that.
rather. I think playing Jimmy Butler scarier because you're helping his underdog story.
Man, if I am rooting for a sub 500 team in November of a regular season NBA year, Joel Embiid's giving me 50 every time. That's horrifying. If the game matters, I want Jimmy Butler on the other side of the planet.
100%. See, it's this haircut too. Listen, I can't do it. I can't do it.
Embiid's low key dirty too, so you might again end up very injured if you play against him. And you
Everybody
might end up
stomped
with
on
more
Grant
fouls than him,
Williams'
too.
head.
That was crazy.
Everybody squished Grant Williams' face against the fucking floor.
Yeah, I'm leaning towards Joel Embiid. Actually, I changed my mind. I need my face intact.
Kyrie Irving or Jason Tatum?
Kyrie, are you kidding me?
I'm not scared of Jason Tatum. I'm not scared. Again, Jason Tatum is one of those players. Listen, just stay in front. He will guard himself, right? He has 3 moves that he wants to get to, and I'm perfectly okay with that. Kyrie not only might beat me, even if he misses the shot, he might embarrass me before the shot even goes up. I can't do all that. That's too much.
I think if it's June 2016, I'd be really horrified to play Kyrie Irving. If it's any time after that in the last 8 years, I'm willing to bet I'll be all right in a playoff setting.
But I'd also be willing to bet that you're going to be on one of his top 15 plays of all time. And oh, brother.
Have you ever
From the
guarded
NBA
8 dribble
highlight
moves in a row? 8 dribble combos?
I can't say I have.
It's tough.
Yeah.
It's tough.
Yeah, exactly. Your peers down the toilet.
Oh, Dame's on here twice. That wasn't supposed to happen.
Oh, bracket.
Let me see. Uh-oh.
Imagination.
Right. Luka Doncic or Damian Lillard?
This white man is dangerous. He is to be feared.
And he's going to talk shit too.
Yeah.
And he's big as hell. And he can, and also on top of that too, he can not only like hurt you from the inside, but deep shooter too. He's
Both of these
certainly
men
more
have taken
scarier.
turns terrorizing Paul George. Who do you think did him worse?
Definitely
See-
Dame for sure.
Yeah.
Because Paul George didn't own up to it.
It's a bad shot.
And it was for the series. Yeah. So if I'm Paul George, I'm definitely going to say Dame scarier. But I'm not Paul George. That's why I'm leaning Luka Doncic.
I'm going Luka. The way that Luka can turn it on instantly, when Luka is on fire, every shot that he puts up, I feel like is going in. And even when he's super cold, I still feel like he can rattle off 20 in a row easy. So I'm terrified of playing Luka.
Yeah. Same.
Not a fun experience at all.
We had people thinking that the Mavericks could hang around with the Celtics just because of Luka.
True. He's that nasty.
Next thing we're going to do, I'm going to show you guys 2 NBA teams, and I want you guys to make the best combined starting 5 possible out of both of those teams. And the twist this time is it's going to be old versus new with the same organization.
I like these twists. Let's do it.
Good twist.
Yeah, we've done this before. It's real fun. So it's very simple. Let's make the best combined starting 5s possible. You got the 2016 Cavs and the 2024 Cavs.
All right,
Kyrie
so point
starting,
guard,
right?
Kyrie.
Are we sure? Keep going.
100% sure.
100%.
Okay. The Donovan Mitchell, the 2 guard?
Easy.
Yes.
Okay. And obviously LeBron's the 3.
Yes.
Power forward and center is hard. You have obviously got Jared Allen, Evan Mobley, Kevin Love, Tristan Thompson. Because you got 3 ball handlers. You need to have the right fit here.
I think I might lean towards Kevin Love.
Yeah, for spacing.
Yeah, for spacing reasons.
Okay, Kevin Love's a 4, but who do you
clash with
5?
anybody else.
I'm taking
Do you want
Jared
to go Evan
Allen.
Mobley at the 5 or Jared Allen?
I'm taking Jared Allen.
Yeah, Jared Allen's the more finished product for sure. Better passer as well.
But
I
just
think I'm gonna
bigger as
lean
I don't
well.
know. Evan
Jared
Mobley
Allen.
looked really good at the 5 in the playoffs last year. I feel like if you put him, especially with LeBron and everybody there,
5 games
Interesting.
ain't enough. 5 games ain't enough. Jared Allen was an all-star. Give me the all-star. If LeBron's looking at this, he would also pick Jared Allen as well.
What's funny is that you called Jared Allen's All-Star fake like 2 weeks ago.
I said it was make a wish, but it was still a wish that came true because it was in Cleveland. LeBron was there too, and he would do the same exact thing.
okay. We feel good about a Kyrie D. Mitch defensive backcourt with LeBron.
I mean, not really, but we'll rock. We'll get
They have
buckets.
3 defensive liabilities in Kevin Love, Kyrie, and D. Mitch. That's kind of nasty.
Once again,
But
we'll
what
get
other
buckets.
options do they have? You want to start Isaac Okoro? Yikes. Yuck.
Nope.
I think
J.R.
the offensive
Smith, welcome to the
firepower
team.
trumps all. Yeah.
Okay. He said, I mean, not really, but let's I don't love it.
Yeah.
The 2008 Celtics or the 2024 Celtics? And the 2024 Celtics?
This is, oh my God. This is nasty.
So obviously we're gonna go Kevin Garnett. Are we going him at center or power forward?
We can put people anywhere.
I think I put him at
Yeah.
power forward. Put him at power forward.
Okay, Tatum starts. Paul Pierce starts. We have two wings. Do we want to go 3 and 4 with them and put KG at the 5?
No, I want KP starting. I need KP starting alongside KG.
You want KP there too?
Yes. The spacing is ridiculous.
Who's
KG
going to point guard first? Let's decide that. Who's going to point guard?
Drew Holiday, I guess. Cool dude.
Drew or Derek
We don't want Rondo.
or Rondo.
Rondo's lack of shooting messes up everything. But if you were to have a non-shooter run in any scenario with KP at the 5, this is where it would be okay. But
You know what? No,
Is Ray Allen
let's
starting at the 2?
Ooh, Ray Allen was a part of these days too. Damn.
Oh, Jaylen Brown. We got to start Jaylen Brown.
do we?
Nah, do we need? I'm on my Grant Hill for fit purposes. I'm on a bench. Give me Ray
You
Allen.
don't think Jaylen Brown fits? Dude, you have
here's my-
Jaylen Brown, Paul Pierce, Tatum. That's crazy athleticism on the wing.
Here's my
Brown.
proposed lineup. Rondo at the 1. Ray Allen at the 2. Tatum at the 3. KG at the 4. KP at the 5.
Wow. I think I would go Rondo, Jaylen Brown, Pierce, Tatum, KG.
Wow, we're
You say
all
Rondo?
so split right now.
You say Rondo?
Yeah, Rondo.
Okay.
Okay,
As long as we can agree on that, yeah, because these guys have needed a point guard for 7 years. And
Yeah.
Rondo,
Okay,
Rondo and
that's fair.
KG, and then you have 3 athletic wings in the middle. That has to be the answer.
I'd need to start KP though. Like that's my thing. I would
No, you
I really
don't.
want to start KP. I really want to start KP. I
You
would
just
do
don't have to,
KP. Yeah, you do. For me at least, I want to. KP, KG, Pierce,
I just
Tatum, and then give me Rondo.
I feel like they need legitimate, like, because if you're gonna have KG start at the 5 and you're gonna have Rondo at the 1, you need like bona fide shooting in that lineup. That's why I think Ray needs to be there. So we can.
Jaylen
so
Brown's a shooter.
he's not Ray.
Jaylen Brown.
He's not.
The
good
defense
shooter.
is absurd.
He's
with
not
Jaylen
Ray
Brown.
Allen. Like, I think like you put Jalen at the 3, put Tatum at the 4, put KG at the 5.
And fuck Paul Pierce.
I'm sorry, but like, you just don't fit right now. Jason Tatum's getting no minutes on Team USA. Paul Pierce will be fine. It's gonna be okay.
Wow, that's nasty.
Damn, we're so split in this one. No consensus here. Interesting.
You guys really don't want to start KP. You guys don't want the demigod 5 out there alongside KG. The
No, I have
spacing
Kevin
that
Garnett
he'll
at the
have.
5.
But he's not shooting
I
threes
have
though.
Kevin Garnett.
That's
But he's
fine.
not-
It's
Fuck,
Kevin Garnett.
Kevin Garnett.
I agree, it's Kevin Garnett, but you're doing him a service by having someone like KP out there. You don't
KP
to
doesn't
block
have more
shots and hold
spacing than these other guys. Like at the 4, you'd rather have Jason Tatum and Paul Pierce. That's more spacing than having KP.
for my lineup. I also have Paul Pierce and Jason Tatum on there. I have KP, KG, Tatum, Pierce, and I have Rondo. Humongous.
Yeah, Jaylen Brown
lineup.
gives you more spacing than KP does.
Jaylen Brown gives you. No, he doesn't. What are you talking about?
He absolutely does. I mean, KP has great spacing for a big, but having a 6'7" guy that can move and provide athleticism is more spacing.
KP is a better shooter.
KP
than
gives you
Jaylen
at least
Brown, so
spacing
how
when
does he
he's
give
the
you better
5.
Spacing. Yeah, exactly. I know. So I'm putting KP at the 5. That was my whole thing.
And Kevin Garnett's better at the 5. Fuck the spacing. You got to have Kevin Garnett down there.
KG might as well be the fucking 5. It doesn't matter the 5 or the 4 because he's gonna eat when he's going downhill at all times. We're so split. We're not.
Okay, we're
coming to
spending too much time on this one. KP does
I'm
not
whooping your
deserve
ass
to
on
be
2K with this team. I swear to God, I am.
here. Now we on the sticks. Next one. We got the 2015 Warriors and the 2024 Warriors.
Just give me everybody on the 2015 Warriors and we can keep it moving.
Really?
This is 1 through 5?
Just 1 through 5. Yes.
You telling me Trace Jackson Davis doesn't stand a chance?
Stop it. He's getting washed by Andrew Bogut.
Ooh.
I guess those illegal screens were different.
And that's
so,
post-injury Andrew Bogut too. He's still getting washed.
I
Damn.
guess.
All right, next one. Ooh. What year is this? The 2018 Pelicans and the 2024 Pelicans. So the picture is wrong. He didn't put the right year, but we have DeMarcus Cousins on this team. And Drew Holiday.
Okay, we do have DeMarcus.
Anthony
There's
Davis goes to the 5.
Yes.
AD goes to the 5. We're not playing DeMarcus Cousins. I'm sorry.
No
Do we go
book.
Zion at the 4? Zion's better than DeMarcus Cousins.
You can't have Zion.
See, we need to have a conversation about prime DeMarcus Cousins. Nah,
And how overrated he was?
I'm playing. I see it
Zion
on
at the
Twitter
4.
all the time. It's very funny.
We need a defender here though. Do you go Herb Jones at the 3?
Sure.
Drew Holiday at the 2?
Sure.
Let's lock in.
And who's the last player there? We could put Drew Holiday at the 1 or the 2. Do you want to go Rondo to get passing? Do you want to go Brandon Ingram to get scoring? CJ McCollum to get shooting?
Nah,
I would
I'll
definitely
take
put
Rondo.
for sure.
Take
Rondo
Rondo.
in the playoff Rondo that year in 2018. Was it 2018, 2019? That's when they
Just
upset
dime.
the Portland
That's
Trailblazers.
terrible spacing though. That's horrible spacing as a team.
I don't care.
Rondo's gonna figure it out.
We'll be
It
fine.
doesn't matter.
Rondo's is a cheat code. He'll just figure it out.
Yeah, one
playoffs,
of the best
yes.
basketball minds for sure. Playoff Rondo. Oh my god, you must have not have been around.
2018.
Yeah.
You said you wasn't
It was
watching
a
for
different
real.
millennia. All right, that team sucks. We'll keep it moving.
Rondo, you hear that? Tragic.
The 2013 Pacers and the 2024 Pacers.
All right, so at the 1,
Tyrese is starting still. Great.
Okay.
Halliburton. Do we go Paul George as the 2 or Paul George as the 3?
Paul George at the 2.
Okay. Are we putting Siakam at the 4? Is that a given?
I mean, I don't know. David West could have, bodied some people.
All
up
right, let's
like
be
that.
real. I love I've drafted David West multiple times on this podcast, but he can't be a part of this list right here. He's not a part of this 5.
Okay, Siakam at the 4. We get one more guard and a big. Do we go Miles Turner for the spacing or Roy Hibbert for the verticality?
Well, he just lifts his hands up. That's it. He ain't no vert.
Verticality.
I think I'm
Stop. I'm taking Miles.
yeah, Miles. I value the spacing, and also he was an elite shot blocker. Still
Y'all don't
not
respect
bad
the
either.
YouTube legend Roy Hibbert.
Oh my God, you're right. He is a peak YouTuber right now. Sorry,
No
man.
comment. At the
Hey.
2,
Let me know.
Do
when
we
he
go
can-
Lance Stevenson?
Ooh,
yes.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
I don't
Is that the best
know.
player available?
It's the
Nemhard
most-
is there.
It's the most fun option, though.
Yeah, he is.
We go
the most fun.
Nesmith.
Let's do
We
it.
have another
Ooh.
defender.
Can we just have fun? Can we just put
Halliburton
Stevens at the
and
2.
Stevenson would be so fun to watch. The fuck
Let's
is
go
that fella
fun.
Show off? Yeah, the fuck is gonna be hilarious.
We're going with this year's Pacers plus PG and Stevenson.
okay.
What's not to love about it?
Air guitar
Auto
man.
tune?
Next one. The 20, what year did I write down? I didn't put the years on here.
That
I wrote
looks like
down
2009?
the 2010
No,
Lakers
that's-
and the 2024 Lakers.
Okay.
Fish? Derek Fisher?
Is Fisher over?
I
We can
can't.
put LeBron at point guard.
I can't. Let's just have it.
Okay, Kobe's the 2 and Anthony Davis is the 5.
Yes.
We'll start there.
Yes.
Pau Gasol 4.
No, sorry, Pau Gasol. LeBron, AD needs to be the 5 without. We see what happens when you put a big that can't shoot next to AD. It's 2024. We don't need to do that.
But in 2020, AD could shoot.
I still want AD to play center.
AD, you hear that? They're not trying to cater towards you. This is how they treat you over there in LA.
What
Exactly.
do you mean? This is catering towards them. I'd rather have LeBron at the 4 and AD at the 5. I think.
Okay.
All right.
You guys on Pau
Length
Gasol?
would be OD with Paolo. But
And the spacing would be yuck.
We're gonna lock everybody down, so it really doesn't matter. But you know what?
Okay, well let's say the quiet part we haven't talked about yet. Meta world pieces are 3, right?
Yeah.
yeah, I thought we all agreed silently.
Okay, then you can't have Pau Gasol there too. That spacing would be atrocious.
But you need someone to
You go LeBron
expand
to 4.
into Kobe with, though. You need someone to throw off the opponent.
AD's been in LA for a while. He's probably got some Spanglish in him.
He hasn't been in the trenches of LA. What are you talking about?
You know LeBron is Taco Tuesday. He's got a little something.
Yeah, but he commercialized that. He ain't a real
That-
taco.
that-
He's the type of guy to he's the type of guy to speak regular English and then he goes guacamole mid sentence and says it with the accent. That's enough.
All right. So
Okay,
we have
sorry, pal.
Fisher, Kobe, Meta, LeBron, AD
Are we sure about Fisher?
over.
He's a great spacer. He's
Yeah.
simple.
Okay.
He's clutch. I don't.
Who would you
want
rather
D'Lo.
Reeves
have?
argument?
I don't.
Is
I
there
don't.
no
I don't
Reeves
want.
argument?
I don't want D'Lo.
No,
want
I don't
Reeves.
want.
No Reeves?
Nah.
Reeves
I'm not
is
sure
better
Derek
than
Fisher's
Fisher.
actually better than Reeves, but Derek Fisher has his
Reeves-
ring, so
Yeah, Reeves is better than Fisher.
I need somebody who's just gonna stand over there and do this. And I know Derek Fisher can do that. and hit.
Okay, that's
and
cool.
hit
We need a role
shots.
player.
Yeah, and just hit shots. That's it.
But the hillbilly Kobe and the real Kobe be so hard.
Stop that. Stop that.
Nah, whatever.
I mean, we're pretending like we're leaving like a star off this list right now. Are we not going Dalton Connect?
All right.
All right, so the next team.
option.
Next team.
That's the last one.
Thank you. Bring
Okay.
that bald head to LA.
The next thing we're gonna bring back another game we haven't done in quite a while now. I am gonna name 5 categories of players,
All
and
right.
I need you guys to name a player from each of these categories without saying the same name as me. So I would say like rookie of the year, and you guys would say a player, and I flip my thing over, and you guys have to try not to say the same name. If you do, you're eliminated. We see who can make it through all 5.
We got to see your iPad too, right? Or you just.
Yeah, I got my iPad. Yeah. Oh, because you can't see through this camera. I'll just say it out loud. The people will see it. Okay, so you guys ready?
Yes.
Let's do it. I'm trying to be ready.
The first player, name an NBA player whose first name starts with the letter K.
Okay.
3, 2, 1.
Kyrie
Contavious
Irving.
Caldwell Pope.
It was Kyrie Irving. Donovan's out on the first round.
Loser! Dummy.
One and done. El Bozo.
Just like Team USA, I'm going all the way. This is the only
Let's
name
see
I'm
if Mo
saying
can
I'm proud
avenge him.
American.
Next one. Name an NBA player that has led the league in blocks before.
Oh, shit.
3, 2, 1.
Jaren Jackson Jr.
Oh my God, you guys suck. It's Jaren Jackson Jr. You guys
I
are
knew
out
it.
that fast.
I knew it. NBA players
I can't even make a TikTok out of this. You guys sold it instantly.
Who could I have named? Rudy Gobert?
Yes, or so many
Anthony
other players in
Davis.
NBA history. Yeah.
Jaren Jackson was just so top of mind when it comes to that because it was whole controversy.
I thought you were going
Well,
Kevin Durant.
Let's
Now
run
that's
it.
not being posted.
No.
You
let's
guys
run it
just
back
witnessed a generational sell.
Oh, we're running back one more time. Fuck.
Okay, I'll run it back one more time, but I'm gonna have to pull 2 out of my ass. I don't have a picture for it.
All right, cool.
Actually, no, I'll figure this out. We'll start over. We'll make it easy for you guys. We'll give you one more chance to redeem yourself.
All right.
So, I'm gonna name 5 NBA categories. You gotta name a player that isn't the one I name.
Okay.
Number 2 overall pick. 3, 2, 1.
Michael Beasley.
Oh, wow. I was going to say Kevin Durant.
Lonzo Ball. You guys are safe for the first round.
Yes. Okay.
We're so back. We're so back.
Ooh.
Okay, who do I want to pull out now? Name a player who played for the Warriors during the 2010s.
During the 2010s. Okay.
Okay.
3, 2, 1.
Jared
Festus
Jack.
Ezeli.
Andre Iguodala.
We're good. We're good.
You guys survived 2 rounds. Okay, better start than last time.
We're prepared.
Next one. Name an elite passer.
Okay. Of all time or just right now? Okay, cool. Let's do it.
Currently playing. An elite passer that's currently playing.
Okay, cool. Let's do it.
Okay.
Donovan looks stressed.
Yes. Yeah.
3, 2, 1.
Luka.
Tyrese Halliburton.
Oh my God, you guys survive. Chris Paul.
There we go.
We're
I
here,
thought you
we're
guys
here,
would say
we're
the
here.
point guard. Name a NBA player in the Western Conference who was a former MVP.
Former
Obviously.
MVP in the
Four of
West. Okay.
Not anybody who's won an MVP and they currently play in the West.
There's only a few of them. Damn it. There's
only
Russ,
a few.
KD, Harden, LeBron,
3,
Steph.
2, 1.
Kevin
Give
Durant.
me James Harden.
Wow, you guys survive. It is Russell
We
Westbrook.
did. There we go. Ah,
I know for sure I got people in the comments with Russell Westbrook. I know he was an easy pick.
That's
Losers.
the one. That's the one that I knew you were gonna go with.
Yeah, okay. You guys made it to the last round.
I'm stumped on everything.
Do you think he'll
else.
come clutch?
I don't know.
absolutely.
Name an NBA player that has won Rookie of the Year in the last 20 years while playing for the Philadelphia 76ers.
Okay.
All right, we have 3 options.
There's a few.
Yeah. I'm
Do
cooked.
do.
I don't know if he's
Do-do.
gonna do it.
3, 2, 1.
Ben Simmons.
Oh my God, you guys are both victorious. I picked Michael Carter Williams.
Yes, I was so close to picking MCW. Oh my God. Thank the Lord.
Shout
I
out Ben Simmons for
survived.
coming through, delivering a championship to you guys.
Ben Simmons,
You'll love to see it.
you came through. Thank you.
Love that. Needed that. Need that redemption.
Now listen, you guys started off doing absolutely horrendous, the worst loss you guys have ever done in this, but you redeemed yourself.
Hey, I didn't do as bad as the dude watching on the screen right now. He did horrendous. He lost multiple times. Embarrassing.
We got one more video before we get out of here. We're gonna do a little projection to next season. You know, we've been doing our rankings where we're talking about what we recently saw and like gauging everybody. Now we're gonna do a big jump in time. We're gonna look forward to next year this time. So I'm gonna name 2 NBA players. You let me know which one will be better by the end of next season.
Okay.
Okay.
So not now. Who's gonna be better in a calendar year from now? First off, Kevin Durant or Anthony Edwards?
Ooh, a whole year from now. I think I'm leaning Anthony Edwards. His defense is that much better, and I think he'll be close to the scoring numbers of Kevin Durant. He won't be as efficient for sure, but it'll be close volume-wise.
See, this is
No,
this
man.
is the-
KD's gonna be this good for a while. I think he's not gonna take a step back. I don't think.
You're right. He has no kids, no family, no wife, just him in basketball. That's all he has
Nothing
to
stresses
focus
him
on.
out.
Anthony Edwards, though? He got his.
One is of clear mind. I don't know if I can say that about the other.
However,
He got a lot of
Listen.
responsibilities.
But that also makes him hungry. There's a lot
Exactly.
of driving factors and motivating factors.
Anthony Edwards needs to lock in this year. He has no other option.
He got bills to pay for show. You right.
And
Child support is not cheap.
I think I'm gonna go and just because I think that his situation will allow him to be a better player, where Kevin Durant is gonna have to carry a whole bunch that might not be where he's at this point in his career. I'm gonna go Ant.
Okay.
Yeah,
Passing of the guard.
I agree.
Mentor passes up. Or I fumbled that. The next one. Alperen Sengun or Scotty Barnes?
It's gonna be Scotty Barnes. He's better right now. He's gonna be better in a year. He'll probably be better in 5 years. I don't think this is too close.
Rockets fans are going to get their fucking crowbars. All the Turkish Rockets fans are going to get their socket wrenches. They're coming for you.
Listen, Turkish Rockets fans, relax. I'm gonna need to go to Turkey eventually. I've come to peace with it. I need to get into the country in about 5 to 10 years. So just relax. Let me in.
I got a
But-
flight in the next 4 months. If you want to come, let me know.
I just need a quote. I just need to see how much it's gonna be. Right. That's it.
Scotty Barnes, easily. He's way more versatile on every aspect of the game. Although, after Sengun, I love the post moves. I absolutely love the flashy passes. But I think I have a hell of a lot easier time building around Scotty Barnes because there's no real weakness to his game.
Yeah. I think Sengun's going to prove a lot of people this year that he's better than they think. But I think Scotty Barnes is going to be one of those promising forwards in the NBA. And this is going to be he really shows everybody.
In order for Sengun to pass him up, he literally has to take his scoring to another level.
You gotta get his defense up.
I think the defense is chopped. It's the scoring for me that has to be crazy.
Well, looks like this conversation's over. Like
Victory for Scotty Barnes. The Canadians are up.
Victory again!
shout out to the Canadians.
Next up, Jason Tatum or LeBron James?
I'm not doing this again.
Do it again!
I've sat on my decision from a couple weeks ago, and I don't like it. I'm gonna pick LeBron James until he's out the league.
I am never gonna predict the LeBron James fall off until we see it. I'm done pretending I'm done pretending he's not a top 7 player in the world.
5?
I'm just gonna assume he keeps doing this until he doesn't.
Yeah, I
The Captain
100%
America?
agree. LeBron
Exactly.
has been he's been the better shooter compared to Jason Tatum over the last few years. Better finisher, better passer, rebounding. Jason Tatum got it, but congratulations, no one cares about that. LeBron's been better, will always
Listen.
be better.
I respect the championship. I say Tatum should have been Finals MVP. Doesn't make him better than LeBron.
He'll have a better. Yeah, never mind. No one
Hairline.
better that. Let's
He
go.
got the hairline.
Yeah,
Well, the hairline
for
is
sure.
crisp.
Top 5 for sure. Top 5.
Next up, Anthony Davis or Victor Wembanyama?
Ooh.
Say your piece, Mo.
No,
Victor
no.
Wembanyama
ISO,
being
go
a
ahead.
top 10 NBA player is tough. That's
Do you,
tough.
do you think it's gonna happen?
I
think
think
that's
he's
tough?
going to be close. I think he's going to be super close to AD.
But you're
I don't
still
know
gonna
if-
take it. You're still taking AD.
You think that's tough?
I'm standing for one of the most underrated, greatest players of all time in Anthony Davis.
Well, you're
me
wrong
AD.
because Wemby is gonna be better.
I don't think it's tough at all to predict Anthony. I don't think it's tough at all to imagine Wemby's a top 10 player. I'll say that. Very easy to imagine.
This guy might be top 7.
Tops. Okay, let's relax.
Why?
Top 5?
Why should we relax? We just have a
For what?
we just have a 7'6" demigod who is going to be the best defender in the league. His offense is getting better. He's going to have a point guard. He's not going to play with Jeremy Sohan. He's adding more muscle onto him this offseason.
When you're 7'11" and you can pass it like that, what's not to love?
What are we talking about here?
All right. You guys can give it to
8'2"
Wemby.
with a midi.
He's hitting step backs as well. Anthony Davis hasn't shot a 3 consistently in 4 years. Wemby walked into the league and was like, watch me do this. Try this. You can't even
The
beat me in
Anthony
the game of
Davis
horse.
Defensive Player of the Year award next year will shock you all.
He's never getting that.
No, I think it'll be close. I think AD's underrated, obviously, but if it's not this year, it'll be the next year where Wemby proves to be like a top 8 player. So I don't think it's crazy to think it'll happen this year.
Wemby can't be top 15 first. Y'all want to put him in 8 already? Damn.
Wemby's like top 25 now at worst. Like he's not that far off when you talk about the second half of last year.
Top 20?
That's not ridiculous.
That is
15?
very ridiculous. I'm just kidding. It's not.
No, it's not.
Yeah.
Okay, next up, Cade Cunningham or Jamal Murray.
See, nobody really
McCade.
watches Detroit Pistons basketball. And so because of that, it's really like one player versus just an idea of Cade Cunningham. So I'm going to go with Jamal Murray. And so we'll see that. Now, if it's Olympic Jamal Murray, Cade Cunningham would be better. But if
If it's Olympic Jamal Murray, Ish Smith is going to be better.
exactly. But if you put Jokic next to him, oh no, he can hoop now. So
Facts.
exactly.
Put Jokic next to me and I could hoop. What are you talking about?
Now, I'm going to go Cade Cunningham. I think this is going to be the year finally where he starts to put together. Hopefully the team is a little more serious with the serious coach that puts lineups around him that make sense and don't have him fighting for his life. Cade's going to prove this year to be like legitimately one of the most up-and-coming, promising young point guards.
I think he's going to leave his mark as a surefire, like top 7-8 point guard in the NBA because that's what spacing immediately does to his game. Bro.
No.
You got Tobias
Whoa,
Harris in
whoa,
his
now.
corner. Hey, give him a 37% shooter. You got
You
Tim
be
Hardaway
just
Jr.
hating
in his
on
corner?
Tobias.
I ain't
He
saying
could
he's
shoot,
going to
though.
be De'Aaron Fox level, but okay.
I think he's going to make that type of leap. 7-9.
Listen, I respect you predicting that.
7'9"?
I have all the Cade Cunningham snacks.
Yeah, 7-9.
Snacks.
Snacks?
I have all the Cade Cunningham stocks.
Yeah.
Okay, next one. Jonathan Kuminga or Brandon Miller?
Brandon Miller has always been better than Kuminga, without a doubt.
Always been.
Always been better. The 1 year he's been in the league.
Yeah. Even when he was 16, he was a better player. It's just different ceilings.
See, the media wants me to pick Jonathan Kuminga. They want me to say that Kuminga is going to be better.
They.
I'm not going to do it. I'm going
Who's
to
they? Brian Windhorst?
them.
Brian Woodworth.
Michelle Beadle?
The people
But
over there.
AB.
You know what I'm saying?
Rachel Nichols?
You know them. I don't.
Richard Jefferson?
You know. You know.
Yeah.
Come on.
What
Now,
does
why
Jonathan
can't you-
Kuminga have to do in his game to be better than like Brandon Miller? He has to be a consistent shooter. There's so many questions in this game. It's too many questions for me. That's why I
Yeah, I
lean
mean, Brandon Miller also has the benefit of only having 1 year where you have rookie expectations, so you don't nitpick his flaws yet. Jonathan Kuminga is going to be like, what is he, 3 years older? Like, it won't be crazy at all if year 5 Kuminga is better than year 2 Brandon Miller.
But year 5 Kuminga has a lot more to figure out in his game than year 2 Brandon Miller.
And
Brandon Miller shot like 47% at the rim. That man has a lot to figure out himself too. He's not bulletproof. He's not Paolo Banchero.
I'd
year
have
2
him
Brandon
shoot
Miller
40 yeah.
gonna have LaMelo Ball with him too. That can help a lot.
TBD
Okay,
to the
what has
highest
Steph
degree.
Curry and Draymond Green?
Clearly, he hasn't listened up to this point. So, like, we're talking about Kuminga still trying to figure it out. So,
Yeah, exactly.
I'll
It's
take Brandon Miller.
All right. Chet Holmgren or Bam Adebayo?
I'm leaning Bam still for now.
Bam has 1 more year.
Yeah, he has one more year. He's got like 13 more months. So maybe by the end of next season he'll still have him, but the summer after that, it's gonna get a little spicy.
You telling Bam to enjoy his time for now because his chain will get
Enjoy your
snatched?
time as the fourth best center in the league. Count your days. Wemby and Chet are coming.
Don't let him snatch that chain from you. Do not let him snatch that chain from you, Bam. That's crazy.
Oh yeah,
It's not crazy.
Wait,
I don't know. I mean, Chet walked into the league as a top 10 rim defender immediately.
Yeah.
Once that offensive profile really comes around, we see more of that dribbling, more of that creating with the ball in his hands. I think he's quickly going to rise up these ranks. Man,
It's
fuck it.
hard to
I'm
deny
talking myself
his
into it. Chet's going to be better by the end of next year. Let me go with Chet.
I think I'm gonna leave with Bam still for sure because he's
Come back in a year and tell me I'm crazy if you want. I'm going Chet.
Bam's
In
still
12
been
months, yeah.
Bam's still consistently been better every single year of his career though.
In 12 months,
Still
in 12
doesn't
months,
matter.
Bam will be better.
Nope.
In 12 months, Bam will be better. In
What about 13 months?
Bam,
14 months?
Bam,
15 months?
Chet.
There you go.
You give me a year in the offseason, then Chet.
Chet. Okay.
All right, I can take it. I'll accept that. Jalen Green or Jalen Williams?
Come on, man. Don't disrespect Jalen Williams like this. Don't
My bad.
don't ever put him in the same conversations as Jalen Green.
Okay.
He
Wait, what's
doesn't
wrong with
deserve
that?
that.
You know how I feel.
He doesn't
I'm certainly
deserve
picking
that.
J-Dub. Mo ranked Jalen Williams as a number 8 shooting guard in the league, so maybe he has higher expectations of me, but I'm going J-Dub without blinking.
Whoa. Let's relax. No need to bring up the past. The past is the
Okay, let me not throw you under the bus. I'm sorry.
But
I'm going J-Dub pretty easily, but I don't know if everybody agrees.
if it was the last 15, 20 games of Jalen Green, then okay, you could have an argument. But even in that argument, you would be wrong. Still taking
Okay,
J-Dub.
yeah. If Jalen Green continues to play like Donovan Mitchell in a 6'5" frame for a whole season, then we're having a different conversation. But I got to see it to believe it. Let me see you do it in November for the first time, then I'll believe in it.
We've seen J-Dub get better every single year so far in his career. Just 2 years. But still, it's been consistent. Jalen Green has not been able to say that in the last 3 years.
There's one thing. The only thing that Jalen Green has on his side is the same thing that Anthony Edwards has on his side. Bills are due now, right? You have to provide. All right, step up. It's now or never.
He said you got to be a man.
And that's valid. That's a motivating factor.
Exactly.
These guys, at the end of the day, these athletes are people. And people have the same motivating factors, whatever job you have.
These kids need
We've seen it
formula.
time
They
and
got to
time
eat.
again.
These kids are hungry.
Like, remember Fred VanVleet back in 2019? You remember
Won a
Derek White?
championship.
Soldier serum.
Yeah, bro. Derek White had a baby too, and look at what he did. It's different.
Different. Last one, I think. Jaylen Brown or Paolo Banchero? What heights do you see Paolo Banchero rising to?
Give me
That's
Paolo
what it's
Banchero.
Banchero.
really
MVP level?
about. That's I don't know. If,
Jaylen Brown's really good.
He is really good. I don't want to disrespect Jalen, but I feel very highly about Paolo Banchero and his ceiling and how quickly he can get there. I'm going Paolo Banchero.
I'm taking the point forward too. I think
He just has to drive to the rim more. That's it. Like if he just learns
is
how to get to
tough.
the rim consistently,
Jaylen-
he's gonna. The sky's the limit. But if he doesn't, and he has another super inefficient year for that shot volume, it's still gonna be Jalen.
Jalen
I
is
think
so good,
with
man.
38% shooter by his side in KCP now, instead of having Markelle Fultz as his other guard option, I think he's gonna get to the rim a little bit easier because there's just naturally more threats.
Markelle, I don't know if KCP is swinging the spacing to that degree, but I hope you're right.
Markelle Fultz, the dude who basically shot negative threes. Yeah.
Well, he wasn't
It's a
exactly. He wasn't playing that much.
He was playing.
Okay. I think Jaylen Brown might be safe for one more season, but Paolo's coming quickly. Pause. Next one. That's the last one. And that's the end of the show. If
Perfect.
people are still here, comment, Paolo is coming quickly.
I was just about to say the same thing. You freakazoid. Wait, my freakazoid too? Oh my god!
Ah! And we'll see you guys next week on that note.